Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome out to Lawrence High School. Joel Becker and Matt Llewellyn, and it is the Lawrence High Chesty Lions getting set to take on the Junction City Bluejays. Hopefully it should be a good game tonight, as we are looking forward to a hopefully bounce-back situation, as the Lions coming off a bit of a heartbreaking loss last week at Olathe West at Seaback. And Matt, you obviously were there, got to watch the whole game. This was a Lions team that were able to put a lot of points on the board, but when all was said and done, eventually came up short.
Yeah, just way too many opening game jitters for the Lions. But you know what? So did West. West had opening game jitters as well. And when it came down to it, it was all about a catch at the end that was dropped, and that was the end of the game. And other than that, my partner David and I really felt like it looked like Lawrence High was going to drive down the field and win that game. But it was not to be. So very disappointing loss for the Chesty Lions last week.
So they get to take on this Junction City Blue Jay team that, unlike last year, they're coming to our barn. And, boy, last year was just a wild and woolly game. Talk about lots of points on the board. What was it, 63-56 or something for the final?
And how about, a lot of controversy, too.
Especially at the end.
Especially at the end. A lot of craziness going on in that game last year. And that was one that I will certainly remember for a while with the
well, Banks Bowen getting a little upset.
Banks Bowen was upset, and as well he should have been. A late hit. He was going to go to a knee, and that was going to be the end of the game, but they took a late hit on Banks. And then the crazy thing is you and I were completely in agreement. It's like, yeah, they said Clint gave him the green light, go for it, score a touchdown, and that's what he did. And then as it turns out, after the game, I talked to Coach and Banks, and they were like, no, it's just, you know what, the opportunity was there, and so I took it. He's like, it wasn't a revenge factor, but I don't know. That's what he said anyway. That's what they claimed.
So, it's a tough thing. You never like telling a kid, don't take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you. But at the same time, you also, love a little bit of sportsmanship whenever you have a situation where a game is won. You don't want to run anything up or do the so-called unwritten rules of sports, whatever that sport may happen to be. But so this is week 2 of the post-Banks Bowen era as we get Colton Curry in his second game. You mentioned that last week you were a little surprised that you never got a chance to see Joey Dooley, taking any snaps.
Yeah, I was surprised because Coach really said it was like he was going to use them both, and then it ended up being that Joey didn't see any action at all. So I'll keep an eye out for 15 this week and see if his number gets called at all. But either way, Colton Curry did a great job at quarterback. Again, a little. And a huge 61-yard pass play that was just absolutely amazing to Jackson Becker, and it was an impressive game. That was an impressive throw, but then he had some other short passes that were a little that didn't hit the mark, and then some catches that should have been caught that weren't. So, a lot of that going on last week, and hopefully they got things cleaned up this week as Coach said that they did. They really worked on some good fundamentals, and hopefully we won't have those kind of snafus this week.
So this week, last week it was perfect weather for a first week of football. Boy, what a difference a week makes when we come in here and it's suddenly back to summertime. 95 degrees during the day. Obviously, it's going to cool down, but you got to wonder though. Hydration and the possibility of cramping and things like that could really be a factor today.
Well, and I wasn't even thinking about it last week until
right.
but you do that on the opening game of the year. That's always what you think about
normally.
However, it did happen just a couple times in the game where players were out with cramps, one for West and one for us, and we'll just kind of see how that goes this week. But yes, cramping is definitely a concern this week, and you see they've got the fans out there, the cooling fans. They've got the Gatorade bottles, so hopefully we're all set for that.
They got the other kind of fans here as well.
They do. Full packed crowd, and you love to see that for opening night.
Piling in for the home opener here at Lawrence High School. It's the Lions taking on the Blue Jays from Junction City. We're going to have our Rex Stadium Barbershop starting lineups coming up when we come back right here on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
At Lawrence's Prairie Moon Waldorf School, discover the true value of education. Our unique approach nurtures the head, heart, and hands, fostering creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. By understanding the developmental phases of childhood, we offer a comprehensive curriculum that includes music, dance, theater, and more. These experiences help students develop intellectually, emotionally, and physically, preparing them to confidently pursue their paths. Enroll at the Prairie Moon Waldorf School in Lawrence and invest in a holistic education for your child's future.
Crown Toyota, see what sets us apart from the rest. Built for all-day play, 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Rates as low as 1.99 APR for up to 72 months. Does not include $4.99 admin fee. On approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/2/25. Experience the Crown difference. Miles Stairs Crown Automotive, 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas. Supporting Lawrence Athletics.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
We are back live at Lawrence High School. Joel Becker and Matt Llewellyn as the Chesty Lions getting set to take on Junction City. Starting lineups brought to you by Rex's Stadium Barbershop, 1033 Massachusetts. A cut above the rest. High quality, affordable haircuts, trims, outlines, kids, adults, military. To look and feel your best, Rex's Stadium Barbershop, 1033 Massachusetts. Proud sponsors of high school sports lineups. And if you don't believe me, we could show you a picture of my partner, Matt Llewellyn, who gets his haircuts right over there at Rex's.
I sure do. I love going to Rex. He's a great guy. Always love to talk about sports. I talk about Chesty Lions with Rex all day long.
All righty, so here are the lineups as far as we know them from the coaches and what they did last week on the Lions offensive line. It is Devin Foster from left tackle to right tackle. Then it's Bailey Johnson. It's Johnson, Myers, Crimson, and Hendricks up front. The quarterback, of course, Colton Curry, as we've mentioned before. Taj Edwards in the backfield along with Luke Kress. Jackson Becker and Ethan Curry are your receivers. And it says Sam Bart on the depth chart I got. Although on the actual roster,
it's Alex.
It's
Bart.
Alex.
Yes,
I thought it was. I didn't know why
Sam Bart was his older brother.
I wonder why they put it. I guess they probably a cut and paste that didn't go right.
Yeah.
So
it's exactly right. That's exactly what it was.
All righty. So on the defense for the Lions up front, the front three: Harold, Bart, and Sessions. Linebackers: McClure, Galbraith, Grimes, and Wingert. Lucas and Webb are the two corners, safeties, Jules Guard and Nerona. Up front for the Blue Jays, McLaurin, Proletti, Florence, Nelson, and Engstrom. Their quarterback, Conrad Gomez, who we saw last year. So they've got an experienced team, and they're going to be a tough team to play this year. We've got Totive and Aaron Woods are going to be the running backs. Autry and Beckman are the receivers. Martin, the tight end for the Blue Jays.
And a different core of captains this week. So as we were kind of wondering last week how Coach was going to pick their captains, it's a 4 different seniors this week. Joseph Dubre, Joseph Lucas, Bailey Johnson, and Devin Foster in at captains for the Lions this week.
If you say so, I can't see anything. Right into the sun from the wonderful Chesty Lions press box.
Whatever I can do to help you out there, big boy.
All righty, on defense for the Blue Jays, Aguan, Briley, and Holly up front. They play sort of a 3-3 with kind of a rover or a nickel back. So the linebackers, Tyson, Neal, and Boganowski. The rover is Walker. Green and Carmen are the cornerbacks. Timms and Allens, the safeties. They kind of play a free safety and a back safety, do the Blue Jays. So we shall see how things go.
And
I did not catch who won the toss.
I believe, well, I don't know who won, but looks like the Blue Jays will be kicking off to the Lions.
So presumably the Lions won and deferred. That's usually the way that goes. One of the referees apparently needs to tie his shoe, or either that or he was looking for the coin. It had to be one or the other.
I think he was looking for the coin. He wasn't down there long enough.
So looks like we're going to see the Lions offense first, as Galbraith and Curry will go back deep and try and receive this kick from Ethan Butler.
And that's Ethan Curry, by the way, not Colton.
Yes. Cousins, by the way, I am told.
And that is a big vertical leap. Josh Galbraith was leaping up and down to kind of try to stretch out. And, man, he was getting his feet up off the air. So that was very impressive.
Alrighty, so like I said, Ethan Butler waiting to get the ball. He's got the tee sort of halfway between the center mark and the hash mark on the left side at the 40-yard line. Not a ton of wind right now. We are waiting, and we are set to go here from Lawrence High School. Curry gets the signal and kicks the ball off, and it's going to come down to an up man at the 20-yard line, and to the 30-32 was on that play. Looks like it was Luke Kress, the sophomore running back, who was able to field that one as a relatively short kick.
And Luke Kress is he's listed at 6'0", a sophomore, 6 feet, 180, and he looks quite a bit bigger than that, to be quite honest.
All righty, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Chesty Lions at their own 34-yard line. And
Colton Curry in it quarterback.
As you mentioned, he's got an empty backfield. He's got trips on the right side, one man on the left, and a tight end is to the right, looking back toward the sideline to get the play. Just underway here, first play from scrimmage in the first quarter. They are set to go from the shotgun. Curry takes a look to throw. He's got time, throws over the middle in a bit deep, and it is incomplete, almost intercepted, looking for Jackson Becker. Very good on the coverage there from Deshaun Green, who, if he had looked back earlier, would have probably had a pick.
Amen. I mean, that was it hit him in the numbers. He just wasn't quite ready for it.
Yeah, didn't look back for it. So it'll go down as an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 for the Chesty Lions. They go twins on the left, trips on the right this time around. Again, an empty backfield, and a man in motion is Taj Edwards. They fake to him. It's Curry up the middle. There was a hole for a moment, but it closed in a hurry. He's able to get a yard up to the 35, but it's going to set up a 3rd and 9, and the Chesty Lions in danger of going 3 and out to start things off here against the Blue Jays.
And the Blue Jays came up at the bottom of the pile with that ball and jumped up and tried to persuade the referees that they had it, but not to be.
And the referee said, thanks, give it to me.
Right.
And we'll put it down right here. All right, so Edwards in the backfield to the left of Curry on 3rd and 9, looking to the left. Now he comes back to the right, rolls to the right. He's getting rushed. Curry, he'll get rid of it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Again, jumping on the ball is one of the Blue Jays to try and beat Johnny on the spot. That was Aguan.
But he was under a tremendous amount of pressure there. But he had a lot of time. He had a lot of time to get something going and nothing happening downfield. And so he ends up kind of throwing an ill-advised pass, but it was a forward pass and was knocked down right away. So incomplete pass is how that go. 4th down and 9. They are going to punt it away. Lions on first series.
So Krieger back standing at about his own 22 to receive the snap from Hardesty. On 4th and 9, it's a good snap, a high kick, but not especially deep. It's going to bounce short, but take a huge Lions bounce inside the 30, and it is down right there at the 30-yard line, and that's where we're going to see the Blue Jays offense on their first start. So decent field position, but not too bad. We have played a minute and 3 seconds. And a 3 and out for the Chesty Lions. Not really the start you were hoping for their offense.
No, not at all. Not at all. Did not look particularly sharp on either the runs or the passes. And we'll see here try to get things regrouped now.
So the Blue Jays played Campus last week, and on RCST a little bit earlier, I likened it to the the Jayhawks playing Wagner. I don't think we learned a whole lot about the Blue Jays from that game. On the first play, it is a toss sweep to the left side, and this is to Tuve. And he gets around the left side for a gain of maybe 4, or let's say they give him almost, let's call it 4 up to the 34-yard line, 2nd and 6.
And brought down by Galbraith. Galbraith had a beat on him early in the backfield, but he was able to get away, but Galbraith able to catch up to him to bring him down. Otherwise, that might have been a lot more than 4 yards.
Yeah, the Blue Jays did score a bunch of points against Campus, but it was a bit of a mismatch. They had their 2s and 3s in by the second half of play. So 2nd down and 6, they go with the sort of modified pistol with a man behind and a man to the right of Conrad Gomez. Twins on the right side, 1 man on the left, and it is an option again, a toss. And Tuve with a big hole. He's going to get a 1st down and more up near midfield, spins around and goes inside Lion territory to about the 48. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. A couple of runs by Tuve, Josiah Tuve, and he's looked pretty good so far.
Yeah, he is, and able to he had a big hole through the line, and they were kind of expecting pass. It looked like the Lions were.
My mistake, by the way, that was Aaron Woods on that run.
But Galbraith again with the first hit, and then was able to get surrounded by Lions, but not after that big 2nd down run.
So Tuve is back in, and he is to the right of Gomez. Man in motion, they fake to him and give it to Tuve. He goes up off a left tackle. A big hit. The ball comes loose. Lions say they got it. Let's see here the indication from the referees. They stop play. We're waiting for an indication still. Both teams are pointing their direction. And it is
Lions got it.
Lions football. I believe the big hit actually came from Wingard. That's what it looked like to me, that he came in and gave the pop. I'm not sure who actually came up with the ball. But a big break here for Lawrence High as they'll take over on their own 45, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and I don't know who came up with it. But, man, it was wasn't able to pick up very many yards there on 1st down. But good heads-up play by the Lions, able to jump on that fumble.
It's a good job by the line holding him up, and then Wingard came in and just gave him a pop, and the ball came loose. So Curry back out from the shotgun. Edwards will get the carry. He was hit in the backfield.
Wow.
And taken down for a loss. He came off the initial hit. They should give him forward progress to maybe the 41 or 42, but it's going to be a loss of 4. 2nd down and 14, and great penetration that time by the Blue Jays front 5.
Yeah, and they saw that coming all the way and were able to get through there and just stop Taj the second he got that ball.
So 2nd down and long. This is when it's nice to have a balanced attack, as the Lions do. They've got Twins on the right side along with an H-back, 1 man to the left. Edwards in the backfield again with Curry from the shotgun back to throw. Looking left side, he'll pull it down, roll to his right. There's going to be a flag, and it is an incomplete pass blocked down, but there was a hold as well. So if they decide to take it, this would actually take the ball back, way back to around the 25. I would take it if I were they, giving them another yard. I mean, a 10-yard penalty. It happened way in the backfield, all the way back at about the 35. I'm not sure if it'll come back from the line of scrimmage or the spot. It looks to me like they may decline it and set up a 3rd down and 14, holding the call. And they do decline it. I'm actually a little surprised.
Well, but it's 3rd down and 14 anyway. So.
Well, I know, but I'm just thinking from a field position standpoint, they're not going to get the 1st down either way, give them an extra play or not. That would be the logic. And, take them back to their own 25 or whatever. But they don't do it, so it's 3rd and 14. Twins on either side this time. Edwards to the right of Curry. On 3rd and 14, back to throw. He's looking right side. Now he'll throw, and he was a little off in the communication with McGee. And so that'll be incomplete. He underthrew him by about 3 or 4 yards on the sideline. He apparently thought McGee was coming back, and he didn't. McGee, to his credit, went to the 1st down marker and waited there. If he had come back, it probably would have ended up being short of a 1st down.
Yeah.
So it'll be another punt on a 3-and-out for the Lions, unable to take much advantage of the turnover.
None whatsoever for negative 4 yards of that series.
Krieger standing back inside his 30, about the 29-yard line. It's a good snap. He'll step into it again high, but somewhat short. It will bounce again, take a Lawrence bounce, and this time goes inside the 20, down to about the 15, 14 before it is touched up there. And so, yeah, it ends up that both of those punts turn out to be really good punts. And, as all is said and done. But
net 40 on that? Is that about right? Or
let's see.
Net 45.
The ball was at the 34-yard line.
Okay, so and it's going to start, more than 50. So 50-yard, net 50 on that punt.
Yeah. So, but
and Krieger was absolutely a great surprise. You know, first of the year, I never really look at, when you're looking at a team, you don't look at the kickers until the games, and that's what happened with Krieger last week, and what a great surprise he was, making the 43-yard field goal and having great punts all night long.
So the Blue Jays moved the football but turned it over on their first try, and it is going to be Totive again trying to get around the left side. Good pursuit, and it is going to be a tackle for a short gain, maybe a yard up around the 25-yard line. And again, a slew of Lions coming up to make that play, led by Turner Julesgaard, among others.
And the sun just now going behind the trees, so we'll be able to
see a little better.
See a little bit better with these black on black jerseys with the dark maroon numbers, the ones that Hank Booth hated.
2nd down and 9. Trips on the right side this time for the Blue Jays. And rolling to the right, throwing on the near side. It is caught on a short route and going out of bounds is Norris. Lance Norris. It'll be a pretty decent gain on the play, but still set up a 3rd down and long for the Blue Jays. They mark him out of bounds at their own 18-yard line. Let's say 17-yard line. Let's make it 3rd and 7.
Yep, 3rd and 7.
7:48 left to go, first quarter. We're still just underway to scoreless here in the home opener at Lawrence High School. Gomez looking toward the bench for a play. He's got Twins on the left. Totive to his left. He'll roll that direction, looking to throw. He'll throw that direction. It is caught.
But short of the first down.
Yeah, and I was going to, first of all, make sure he was in bounds, but he did catch it. That was Autry. Lovell Autry, about a yard or two shy of a first down. Boy, they're on their own 22-yard line. I would think that you would want a punt here. It would be a big gamble to go for it on 4th down here, and they do bring the kicking team in. Took them a while to make that decision, but they do. There's always the possibility of a fake, of course, but this is not really again, you've looked good on defense so far if you're the Blue Jays, but you still don't want to give the other team that short of a field.
Right.
Potentially.
And Jackson Becker deep for the Lions, and the coach is telling him to get back further.
So punting play. And it is Timms on the punt. It's a decent punt, but it bounces, takes a Blue Jay bounce inside the 35 to about the 32. And so the Lions will take over there 1st and 10 on their 3rd try on offense. They have yet to get a first down, and I think their total yardage is probably negative at this point.
-3. -3.
Yeah.
Because it was 1 yard on the
first
opening drive and then -4 on the second. So. Yeah. Hope for a better outcome right now.
So they need to get something going one way or another. And, you wanted to see Joey Dooley. You're getting your first chance. He's going to come out to quarterback here. Joey Dooley, the sophomore, tall quarterback, has Edwards behind him in the pistol. H-back on the right side, single outs. He gives it to Edwards. He makes a good move. Yanked down. Looked like a horse collar. They wanted the flag. They're not
horse
getting it.
Horse collar or face mask. And Taj Edwards wanted one, too. He was looking at the ref.
Late flag.
Now a late flag.
But I think I don't know if it's going to be on the horse collar or on the complaints. I don't know. Let's see. It came from the referee, the white hat. And it was way late at the very end of the play, and now all four officials are going to discuss it.
It could just be a marker to say, hey, let's talk about this, boys, and this is where the –
He can always pick it up.
Right, absolutely. So
But
let's see here.
And he is going to pick it up.
Yep. It was not –
He's saying he grabbed him by the shoulder and not by a horse collar.
Right.
I knew it wasn't a face mask. I could see that well enough, from here. But it did look like he got his shoulder pad.
When you get wrenched like he did on that takedown, you wonder whether or not, what exactly is going on. So
still a good gain, best gain of the day so far, 4 yards for the Chesty Lions. And it's going to be another Edwards run up the middle. Big hole. He gets a first down and more. He is dragged down up about the 45, 46-yard line. Taj Edwards with a couple of good runs. And for the first time in this game, the Chesty Lions move the chains, 1st and 10 from their own 46.
And good enough for a big first down. And nice run by Taj there. Found a hole and ran through a lot of Bluejays before they were able to bring him down after picking up 9 yards.
Dooley, it's a give to Curry this time, and Ethan was unable to get to the original line of scrimmage. Trying to go off right tackle, but Ethan Curry taking a round at running back instead of wide receiver that particular time. But no good contained by the offensive line that time, and it'll go down as a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. So first offensive series for Joey Dooley for this season for the Chesty Lions. Tall quarterback with a pistol and a man to his right. And it's going to be his first pass. He gets an immediate rush, was able to get around it. Still on his feet. He throws at the last second.
Wow.
Almost intercepted. He had two guys open, and neither one of them seemed to expect the throw. Carmen was there and, again, could have come up with an interception, but it went right through his hands.
And Luke Kress was there, but it was like Luke pulled his arms down thinking, he must not be throwing to me. He must be throwing to someone behind me.
Well, there were two guys right next to each other, both Chesty Lions.
But Luke was right in position to make that play, and it looked like he brought his hands down.
It was alligator arms for both of them, and they just, like I said, it was interesting because Dooley could have run.
Absolutely,
but
he threw the ball right before. It was a perfect timed throw, right before he hit the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 11, trips on the right side. Dooley back to throw, getting a rush again. He'll roll out to his left side. He pumps back, throws. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Pope, who had it in both hands but lost it, and it'll be 4th down. It came up, popped out of his hands. He reached for it but couldn't quite reach it. It was a good throw. Don't know that it would have gone for a first down, but it would have been positive yardage.
No one was around it.
That was a long way still to get to the sticks. He would have probably had to go another 8 yards. So it's 4th and 11. And Krieger out for the 3rd time in the game, this time standing at his own 31. A low snap, but he gets into this one. High again, a little deeper. It's going to come down around the 10-yard line, and it is fielded. Trying to go to the far sideline is Autry, and he will run out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So tell you what, star of the game right now is Krieger.
Unfortunately.
On his punting.
That was that was probably, I believe that was net 50 on that punt as well, and that was all in the air.
Yeah, that time he got a much better leg on it. So, again, we're going to see the Bluejays for the 3rd time. They fumbled the first time and then were stopped by the Chesty Lions. We're only halfway through the first quarter of play. It's a slow-moving first quarter.
Much different than last week. We were at the first half after about an hour.
We're way late on ONU station identification. We'll get to that after this play. Gomez will fake one way and then go the other. It's Woods. He's got a pretty good amount of running room. He's going to get out of bounds after getting a first down across the 25 to the 26, 27-yard line. Gets them out of their back of their end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. It's Chesty Lions football here on KLWN.
1320 KLWN Lawrence and FM 1017 K269 GP Lawrence. Depend on it.
And Wingard really made him pay for that pickup. I hesitate to say that's almost a Mondi.
Wow, that's high praise from Matt Llewellyn. 1st and 10 from their own 26. And Gomez from the pistol again. He'll turn around and hand it off to Woods. A little bit of a delay as like a draw type play from the pistol. He gets across the line of scrimmage up near the 30. A little shy of the 30 it looks like, so let's call it second down and 7. They need the 36. The ball's on the 29. Moving quickly are the Blue Jays. Again, this sort of modified pistol with Totive on the right, and I think we're going to get an offside call on the Lions. Somebody leaned across. Didn't see who it was, but that's going to cost them 5 yards and set up a much better second down for the Blue Jays from their own 34. They'll come up to the line. And on the quick snap, the handoff, and it's Totive, breaks one tackle, gets to the line. Not much further, only a pickup of maybe 4, but he only needed 2. So it'll move the chains, 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays at their own 38-yard line. That looked like McClure stepped up and made a pretty good hit on the play.
Yeah, he did, and I was trying to catch the number of the man. I believe it was Jaden Harrell. Was up through there and able to get through the line and stop him or slow him down behind the line of scrimmage, but not able to bring him down.
So they'll go standard shotgun this time with Totive to the right, and they'll get the delayed handoff, trying to look between the tackles. Good job that time by the Chesty Lions closing down the hole. Up front, Bart was able to make the play. It was a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it really was, and they're trying to have a little bit of trickery back there in the backfield for the Blue Jays, but the entire Lawrence High Lions line saw it happening and were able to stop it right away.
We're going with 4 down linemen a lot against a relatively heavy running attack. They go empty backfield this time, though. We'll see if they go after Gomez. Trips on the right, Twins on the left. Back to throw. And they do get the rush, and as he threw it, the ball is underthrown and incomplete, but there's going to be a pass interference call. Boy,
that was a Mondi bit there.
Well, it was a big hit in the backfield. The throw was intended for Autry. I'll tell you what, though, the coverage over there, Wingard was on the coverage, and if he does get called for pass interference, the thing about high school is there's no rule like there is in the NFL that says that if it's an uncatchable ball, there's no pass interference, because that was an uncatchable ball. But they are going to call the pass interference anyway. It'll be a 15-yard penalty and give the Blue Jays a first down. But like I said, in the NFL, that wouldn't have counted as it might have counted as illegal contact because they did have contact there. But that ball, because of the hit, it was nowhere near catchable. It was way underthrown.
And I wasn't even paying attention to that, Joel. I was just that was a huge hit, and it was Jaden Harrell who hit Gomez. Just, I mean, he really made him pay for that throw.
Woods in the backfield, pistol formation. They'll toss it. It's Autry trying to go the end around jet sweep. He's got some running room, gets down the far sideline, and is knocked out of bounds as he gets inside the 30, about the 27. Big hit, I believe it was Wingard over there on the play. But this one may be coming back. There's a flag down about the 40-yard line in an area that is usually holding by a wide receiver. And the way the body language is, this is coming back. Holding is the call. It'll be from the spot, the 39, so it'll take it back to the 49 and set up a first down and about 14 from, well, let's call it 13 from there. No, 14 after all, as they're bringing it all the way back to the midfield stripe. Clock stopped with 3.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 1st and 14 for the Blue Jays from midfield. First, big mistake as far as penalties are concerned for either team.
On both sides. But again, this is much more of a hard-hitting game than what we saw last week, at this point anyway.
Gomez from the pistol. Wood steps to his left. Got a H-back on that left side. They fake and then hand it off to Woods. He's looking for a hole, gets one. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And he's hit and tackled at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 4. It'll be second down in either a long 10 or 11.
And it looks like Coach Leipold came out here tonight to watch his future man, Josh Galbraith, playing.
Interesting, because a lot of people were speculating he'd be over across town, and I guess he's got time to go there too if he wants to, because of course Manhattan has a big KU commit playing for them tonight against Free State. Second down and 10. Trips on the right side this time for the Blue Jays. Again, a pistol formation with Woods in the backfield, and now he'll step up to nearly the side of Gomez. Back to throw. He's getting a rush. He throws incomplete. A big hit by Galbraith, and he is slow in getting up. But seems like
and that was pretty fortuitous. I wonder what's going through Coach Leipold's head right now. Okay, looks like maybe we made the right pick.
Well, you got to wonder. You wonder if Josh actually knew he was over there.
I doubt it. I would hope to say that I doubt that.
But he was completely unblocked. And had a free shot.
And Josh took it. I mean, what a great hit by Galbraith.
Yeah, well, you know who took it was Conrad Gomez.
Yes.
He is still smarting, you can tell.
Well, yeah, he is.
I wouldn't be surprised if they call a timeout here.
I mean, he was stretching and moving. He's definitely shaken up on the play.
They do snap it. He's going to roll to the right side, throwing on the right side. It has got a man.
Wow.
Caught. Nice catch by Norris. Lance Norris for a first down inside the 35 at about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and right there, Turner Jules guard was right there to make the stop. Good coverage, but, man, Turner was upset about that.
It was just a perfect throw. Not bad when you got, 3 broken ribs or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
From that. So they go with the dual running back setup this time with Totive to the left and Woods in the pistol. Gomez on the option tosses to Woods. He's getting chased. He stops. That was a mistake, and he gets taken down in the backfield, tackled for a loss all the way back to the 37-yard line. Second down and 15, and a good pursuit that time for the boys in the black jerseys.
And, the last play was a quick throw by Gomez, and that was right after his big hit, and this one happened very quickly as well. So Gomez just wanted to get it out of his hands.
94 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's been a slow-moving quarter. Second down and long for the Blue Jays. They go this time with Totive, the single back, and a bit of a pistol to the right of Gomez. And he'll look to his right. He's going to throw to Autry. It's the catch on the wide receiver screen. Breaks the tackle, goes down the near sideline to the 10, and forced out of bounds there. Ethan Curry saves the touchdown, but a good pitch and catch that time, Gomez. And Autry makes the catch and goes down that near sideline.
He does, and just have to say it, just a couple missed tackles by the Lions. They had him stopped for just a short gain, but not able to bring him down, and he was able to get that big pickup there, bringing up first and goal now, looks like. First and goal from the 10. It is
first and goal right at the 10, the farthest that you can have for a first and goal. Clock stop with 1:12 left to go in the first quarter. Give is to Totive, left tackle. He's able to get some positive yards before caught up as he gets down to about the 6-yard line. It'll be second and goal from there. First time either team has really been in a position to put some points on the board so far in this game. It's funny, with a game we played last year when it was 63-56, and here we are near the end of the first quarter, nobody scored in this one.
Yeah.
Gomez looking back toward the sideline to get the play. He's got a pistol formation with Totive behind him and a little to his left. More of a jumbo set this time, and they will give it to Totive. He's got a lead block, but a good step up that time by Ethan Curry to come in and blow that one up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2 and set up a third and goal from about the 8-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. Yep, 8-yard line, third and goal.
And I was just about to say, when they're coming to the near side, they're making positive yardage. They're going to the far side, they're really getting stopped. But not to be that time as Ethan Curry comes up and makes a great tackle in the backfield.
So that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. The clock expires. Nobody has scored after 12 minutes here from Lawrence High School. No score, but it is going to be a third and goal from the 8-yard line for the Blue Jays from Junction City when we come back. It's Lawrence High football right here on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
30 years ago, I worked for my dad detailing Peterbilts. I'm Aaron Rao. That's where it all started. I learned about being honest and treating people right. These are the values we continue at Bobside Auto. After 25 years of matching people to their next car or truck, I know the best business is built on trust. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Honda, new or trust certified car or service, at Bobside Auto, trust is our tradition. 2851 South Iowa or online at bobsitecdjr.com.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Welcome back out to Lawrence High School. Joel Becker, Matt Llewellyn. You got to figure the guys in the stripes, anytime there's an end of a quarter and the ball's like on the 8-yard line, they must be thinking of why couldn't it be on the 49? I'd have 2 yards to go, but no, they have to walk it all the way from one side of the field to the other. But it'll be third down and goal. There's a big play here, obviously for both teams, but for the Lions defense, if they can come up with a stop and potentially force a field goal try, that's huge.
Not our former coach, Clint Bone, is watching the game. I just got a text from him.
Well, good to know.
Watching on YouTube.
Good for Clint. So third down and goal. Ball about on the 8-yard line. Gomez. And it's going to be Woods in the backfield this time with him a little to his right in the pistol. He's back to throw. He's looking. He'll throw near side toward the corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. A nice breakup on that play by Lucas, the cornerback, who was able to cut down the gap there as he was looking for Autry.
Yeah, he just stayed with his man, and his man had no chance of catching that ball. So nice job by Lucas.
And I believe we're going to get a timeout by the Blue Jays to try and figure out what they want to do here on 4th and goal. It's 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. Obviously you can go for it. I don't know anything about this kicker Butler of theirs, whether he does the kickoffs and the punting and so on and so forth. But, I mean, presumably it would be in his range. It would be a roughly 26-yard field goal, more or less. But they may feel like, well, anytime it's something in goal, you should try and see if you can't get 6 points instead of 3. I don't know. We'll see what they do coming out of this timeout.
And they're obviously getting a lot of instruction by the coaches down there.
You would imagine that you wouldn't have this kind of a full-on huddle if they were just going to send the kicking team out. So I imagine we're going to see the offense. And indeed, that is the case. It's going to be Conrad Gomez going out back with his offense. Woods is with him. It's going to be Twins on the left, Autry on the right. Pistol formation, Woods goes out in motion. Back to throw. With time, throwing back of the end zone, and it is... Did he catch it? I can't tell. No indication.
They do give the touchdown.
Touchdown. I couldn't tell, first of all, if he hung on to it and also if he came down in bounds, but he did. In the back of the end zone. And so on 4th and goal from the 8, the Blue Jays able to convert, and they get the first score, 6-0 with the extra point to come.
And very, very delayed call.
Yeah, took a while.
And it was very interesting how that happened because, I mean, the Lion was on him the whole way. I mean,
just tall receiver.
Good coverage, yeah.
And he threw it up there and said, go get it, and he did.
That's exactly right. Said, just throw it to me in the corner of the end zone, and I'll get it, and that's what he did.
Butler out for the extra point, snap back, ball down, kick up high, long, and it is good. Just underway, second quarter. We played all of 12 seconds of quarter number 2. 11:48 to go. 7-0 our score. Blue Jays on top of your Chesty Lions. Back with the kickoff right after this on FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
D&D Tire, 10th in Vermont in downtown Lawrence. dndtires.net.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Well, the general consensus around here is that it was Jamarcus Tyson, who's about one of their tight ends, was the one who finally came down with that. Did you catch his height on their roster? Let's see. He's listed as 6'1". Seemed like he was bigger than that, but went up and got it. This time from right in the middle of the field on the 40-yard line. The kickoff will be short again, and it is taken by an up man around the 25, up around the 35, maybe across the 35, 36. Good field position for the Chesty Lions. And we'll see what they can do now, trailing for the first time in this game. And obviously, Lawrence High would like to see their offense get a little more on track. They did move the ball better on that last drive than they had up until now when they were in the negative yardage-wise.
Well, we're able to pick up a first down. So
yeah, let's see who comes out to quarterback.
A few more.
And it is Curry back in. So that last series had Joey Dooley in, but Curry is back. Colton Curry with Edwards to his right. Twins on the right, one man on the left. First down and 10 from their own 36. Looking to the sideline for the play. Curry and McGee on the right side, Becker on the left, and now we get whistles. Was there movement, or was it delay, or what? Looking for the indication from the referee, and they are rolling back, so I'm guessing that was going to be a false start. Somebody must have moved. First and 15, so not a good start to this drive from their own 31-yard line. Colton Curry again, this time from a bit of a pistol, and he looks to throw, looking over the middle. It is caught by his tight end, and lumbering forward with the ball is Bart. Alex Bart with a catch and a few yards afterwards. And it'll set up a second down, about 2. Ball up to the 44-yard line. The Lions come up to the line quick, but they look over to the sideline for the play. Jackson Becker comes up to the line on the left side. He's by himself. 2 receivers on the right. It's going to be Edwards with the give. He's trying to force his way forward. He gets across the 45. We'll see if they gave him the first down or not. He needed to get to the 46.
Yeah,
they moved the chains.
Yep.
And I tell you what, that was all just determination by Taj Edwards.
It really was.
He had contact before the first down marker, really at the line of scrimmage, and just pushed forward for 2 yards.
Yeah, and as we talked about last week, Taj has just put on a lot of muscle, and he is a lean fighting machine, and that's his kind of run.
Same formation.
But he's got a huge burst of speed. You love to get him out in the open field too.
The quick snap this time, give to Edwards up in between the tackles, and he will get a pretty good gain across midfield down to the 47-yard line. Maybe even the 46. Let's see, they'll put it down in between the two, 47 and 46. Second down and short. Again, the Lions come up to the line quickly, but instead they'll look over to the sideline for the play. Same formation with Twins on the right. Becker by himself on the left. No relation. Hadn't said that yet this game.
There you go.
And Curry from the shotgun. Edwards to his left. Back to throw. Looking left side. He'll throw downfield. He's looking for Becker. And incomplete. Just about a half yard shy of being able to catch up to that one. He reached out for it, but it was maybe a half a yard too far.
Maybe. I mean, it almost was like he
didn't quite touch it.
Right, but boy, it was just a hair too much on it.
If he hadn't had that hamburger earlier in the day.
You never know. That could have been what it was.
Third down, let's call it a long 2. And it's going to be a give to Edwards. He's hitting the backfield, and this time cannot get out of it. Good penetration by Agon. I think that's how you pronounce his name, is Agon. And it's going to set up a fourth down. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lions go for it, but they apparently are going to bring in the kicking unit instead. There's always a possibility at this point of the field of a fake. But apparently the Lions are going to play field position here, as Krieger will step back to his own 38-yard line. Trying to see who the up guy is that they could conceivably snap it to, but they snap it back to Krieger, and his steps into it. High punt, again short, and again it takes a Lions bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds inside the 20 near the 10. It looks like he's going to step at the 11-yard line, so another good punt for Krieger. But again, the Lions would rather see more offense.
100% with just 2 first downs. That is not enough.
Well, they're going to need their defense to step up here, although they do have the Blue Jays backed up against their own end zone. But if you remember, they had their earlier drive started at their own 14, and they were able to drive down and get a touchdown,
And
leading it 7-0.
Yeah, I want to pull up those notes from last year at that Junction City game and just see
what the score was.
See
at
what
this
we
point.
were able to do. But I got to think, I believe that a lot of that was really done in the
second half.
In the second half.
I agree, as memory serves. We'll see what happens here. Gomez rolls to his right side, and he's going to step into one, throwing down the far sideline, and it is incomplete, almost intercepted. The Lions defender certainly had the better take on it, and it was almost like the receiver became the defensive back.
And was that Jules Guard? I believe it. That might have been Jules Guard.
I'm sure it was
who broke up that pass.
Might have been. I couldn't tell. I just can't see the numbers. It's a little dark out there. I thought it might be Wingard, but I don't think so. It was the corner on that side. But anyway, 2nd down and 10 from their own 11. They go with that modified pistol. Twins on the right side. Totive goes out to the left, and Woods in the backfield. They fake it to him and then give it to Totive, trying to run off right tackle. He'll get positive yards, but only up to the 15, and it'll set up a 3rd and long from there, 3rd and about 6, maybe a long 6, short 7 for the Blue Jays. Clock running with 8:44 left to go first half. Junction City on top 7-0.
And this is talking about a big 3rd down play here for the Lions. I mean, they could really put themselves in a good position here if they can stop the Blue Jays.
Well, the field position game would be going their way. Twins on either side this time for Junction City. Totive is to the right of Gomez. From the shotgun, he's going to look to his left, throw to his left, and it is caught. Did they get the fade
Lions
in bounds?
are saying he's out of bounds.
And the officials will agree with them. So an incomplete pass. It was to Autry, but I don't think he had either foot in bounds by the time he gained possession of it. So it's 4th down in a punting situation. So indeed, the Lions defense does come up big there. So it's going to be Timms. Kingston Timms is their punter, standing back near his own goal line. Boy, if I'm the Lions, I would think really strongly about going after this punt.
Well, we've shown that we can get through the line, so.
If for no other reason, just to put pressure on him, and I think we're going to get a timeout.
I believe we are. They're going to talk about it, make sure they have every scenario covered. Do the Blue Jays.
Well, one scenario they did not have covered was 11 guys on the field. I only count 10. I think that's why they called the timeout. Which I tell you what, if you're standing back against your own end zone, you certainly do not want to do it with only 10 guys out there.
Right, that's right.
So can't blame them for burning a timeout. 8:05, clock stopped after the timeout. It was stopped anyway because of the incomplete pass, but 4th down and 7 officially for the Blue Jays. The Lions should get pretty good field position here. So Jackson Becker is back to receive this punt. He's standing on his own 40-yard line. Timms has only punted it once, although he didn't really kick it that far the first time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm missing somebody somewhere, or they still only have 10 guys out there.
Well, I count 11.
Okay, good. High snap and a bit of a rugby-style kick, but he does get it away, and it's a short kick. Hits about midfield, takes a bit of a Blue Jay bounce.
And Jackson Becker tries to intimidate the Blue Jays there and pretend like he's going to pick up that football, but that was just a
fake.
A little fake.
So it was down at the 47-yard line of the Lions, so they've got very good field position and hopefully can maybe do something with it. They did have good field position once earlier in this game after the fumble on the first possession that the Blue Jays had, but they didn't do anything at the time. They just lost yardage, actually. Just under 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Lions trailing it 7-0. So,
and Curry in it?
Yeah, Curry will take the snap, give it to Edwards, going up the middle between the guards. And a pretty good hole gets him across midfield down to around the 46-yard line of the Blue Jays. It'll set up a 2nd down and 3 from there.
And Taj, last week they really made no bones about the run game. They were really going to seem like they were going to run. And this week they have really kind of tried to throw in a lot of passes and other types of plays. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field here.
Yeah, I think this is an official timeout, though. Not sure what it's all about. I was actually trying to see if I couldn't figure out what's going on across town.
But Taj with just 25 yards so far today.
14-7 Manhattan late in the first quarter, if you're curious. On the snap to give to Edwards, off left tackle, breaks the tackle, gets a first down, stays on his feet. He'll get inside the 35, down to about the 31. Again, great balance by Taj Edwards, taking the hit, staying on his feet, and getting to the 32. 1st and 10 for the Lions. I believe that is the longest run from scrimmage of the day.
Absolutely, and nice play there by Taj with that second effort and able to get up on his feet and then make an additional 10 yards after a short gain. Just his effort was what got him there.
Blue Jays were showing blitz for a moment. The Lions are going to change the play. Edwards steps back in the pistol behind Curry in at quarterback. And they'll give it to Edwards, trying to go off left tackle. He's hitting the backfield, gets to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, but it'll be 2nd and 10. Good penetration that time for the Blue Jays coming from the front line. And linebacker trying to...
And Taj looked like he was heading out, but then... and Curry came in, but now looks like Curry's coming in as a wide receiver, and Bart is coming out.
So Edwards stays in the game, and the Lions go with that modified pistol. On 2nd and long, and off the play action, rolling to the right side, throwing his Curry's got a wide open man. It is caught and hit and knocked out of bounds. It's Ethan Curry with the catch. They're going to mark him down. Let's see, is this one maybe coming back? There's a flag in the backfield. It would be down to the 11 on the original play, but body language would suggest that we may have a big penalty against the Chesty Lions. We're waiting for the call right now. No, maybe not. They're going back the other direction, so this apparently is going to be on the Blue Jays and probably declined. The call is a hold on the defense. It is a declined, and so the original play will count. Curry was marked out of bounds at the 11. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chesty Lions.
21 yards on that pass play by Curry.
He did a good job of, first of all, catching it, second of all, staying in bounds, and then getting extra yardage before being knocked out of bounds. So the Lions trying to tie this one here. Modified pistol, 1st and 10. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. It is a give to Edwards off left tackle. He is able to gain forward across the 10 near the 5-yard line. I believe they're going to mark him down around the 6. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from there.
I'm just absolutely amazed by Taj's strength and endurance. I mean, he is really taking a beating out there, and he just keeps on moving forward.
This time he will come out in favor of Ethan Curry. Coming up on 5 minutes left to go in this first half. Lions looking to tie it up here. Modified pistol with Curry deep behind Colton Curry, and he gives to Ethan, his cousin, who gets hit at the line and knocked it back. Might have lost a yard.
And they were blitzing on that play big time, and it was the incoming blitzer who stopped Curry on that.
That was Khalil Walker who stepped up to make that play, number 8 for the Blue Jays. And it'll set up a third down, 3rd and 5. Curry, and he gives it, and it is Ethan Curry into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Lions, Ethan Curry from Colton Curry. And with 4:19 left to go first half, the Lions are an extra point away from tying up this ball game.
And that was just a quick little
off
sweep.
tackle right side, big hole opened up.
Right, and Curry able to just barrel in and really a very easy 5 yards for a touchdown there for Ethan Curry.
Krieger out to try and tie this one up. Galbraith late to the party, but he'll get out there. This will be out of the hold of Jackson Becker. Hardesty with the snap to tie this game up. Snap back, does a good job to put it down. The kick is up, and it is good. Just snuck it in on inside the right side upright. 4:19 left to go first half. Lions finally get a good offensive drive going, and they score a touchdown, tie it up at 7 apiece. Back with the kickoff after this on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
It's sweltering in here. I wish I could fix the AC without dealing with those big companies.
I hear you, but what about Cloud Heating and Air Conditioning? They're local and trusted.
That's right. They handle everything from AC tune-ups to furnace repairs. Plus, they have trusted brands like Mitsubishi and Trane.
Keep your cool with Cloud Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and trusted, they're your go-to for all HVAC needs. Visit cloudhvac.com today. Cloud Heating and Air Conditioning. When you need us, we're there.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
4:19 left to go here in this first half of play. Joel Becker and Matt Llewellyn on Lawrence High football here on KLWN. Do we have it was a short field, but so around 60 yards or so was that drive, but I don't remember exactly.
It was 53.
So 53-yard drive. A lot of it on the feet of Taj Edwards, but it was Ethan Curry who was able to finish it off. Getting a handoff from his cousin.
26 total yards for Ethan on that drive.
Krieger with the ball teed up on the 40-yard line right in the middle of the field. We'll see what kind of boot we get this time out of him, as the kick is a line drive, and it will bounce and go into the end zone. It was caught by Autry, but his momentum took him back into the end zone on the bounce, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Blue Jays. The Lions defense able to come up with a big stop last time they had the football. We'll see what they can do here with 4:17 showing on the clock in the first half of play.
Yeah, much different than last year, as we saw the game 69 to 50 something, I believe.
Like 56 or something.
51, maybe.
I think it was. I want to say it was 69-56.
Oh, I have it written down.
That was the
here.
final.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. Yeah, 69 to 56 last year.
So Conrad Gomez will give it, and it's Woods, second guy through from that pistol, and he's got some running room off right tackle across the 25 to near the 29. It's going to be shy of a first down, but only by a yard. And it'll be 2nd and short from there. Clock running and 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Tell you what, if I'm the Blue Jays, this might not be a bad time to take a shot downfield on 2nd and 1. I'd certainly be ready for it if I were the Chesty Lions. They look over toward the sideline. The coach is allowed to run on the field like that? Apparently they are. And it will be instead a give, hitting the backfield. And Woods very close to a first down, but I don't know that he got it.
I don't think they're giving it to him.
Yeah, we'll see where they put it down, but I think it's going to be shy by about a little less than a half a yard. Or sorry, a little more than a half a yard. So about maybe 2/3 of a yard, 2 feet is what they need. In retrospect, they should have taken a shot.
Yeah, either way, they'd be about, if they
Same
missed
spot,
it, they'd be in the same spot.
So on third down, they give it, and it's to Tive, and he'll get the first down. Able to get across the line of scrimmage, and excuse me, that was Woods and not Totive who got that run. He'll get out to the 32, needed the 30. So 3-yard gain, 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Clock, though, running with 2:52 left to go in this first half of play. They did burn a couple of timeouts earlier, did the Blue Jays, so I believe they only have one left. From the pistol, give to Woods, trying to go up the middle. It had a hole. It was closed down, a pretty good open field tackle by Jules Guard for the Lions, but it's still a gain of, let's say, 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 36-yard line.
And they were the Lions were going that time. They were really wanted to stop in the backfield, Jules Guard able to get that stop.
Give to Woods off right tackle this time. Able to get positive yardage, but only a couple, up to the 49, or excuse me, the 39. And it will set up a 3rd down and let's say 3. They need the 42. Clock continues to tick at 1:50 and counting in the first half. Beckman comes out wide on the left side, Autry on the right. This time it is, I believe, Jamarcus Tyson, and it is Tyson on the run, and he is going to get a first down. So Tyson, who caught the touchdown pass, we think, and is normally a tight end, comes back in the backfield, gets the handoff, and manages to get a first down.
And Will Grimes had a shot on him in the backfield, but went too low, and he was able to get away from his hands. But Will Grimes at least slowed him down enough, but not enough to get that for him to get the first down.
So 1st and 10 Blue Jays from their own 43. They needed the 42, so he got a yard more than he needed. Pistol formation. And
ball on the ground.
Low snap, but it was fielded by Gomez. He just came up and fielded it.
Oh, boy, is that not a flag?
Well, it was a push. Proletti, the left guard, pushed, certainly. I will say that he might have milked it a little bit.
Well, I mean, but he came through that and really just, I mean, it was just blatant. He came out and he flattened him.
Well, I'll tell you what,
pushed him, and now the coaches are coming out trying to calm the guys down.
Well, and there's also
on the Blue Jays side of the field.
Possibly a more important thing is they're going to call timeout with 33 seconds left to go in the half. It's going to be a 2nd down and 11. But the more important thing for the Blue Jays is Conrad Gomez came up gimpy on his ankle.
I mean, but he took a shot, so he was able to get the fumble recovery and then still went forward, but he took multiple big hits just right to the body and went down hard, and maybe that's just what
he might have rolled an ankle. The way he came up, it looked like he might have either rolled or twisted an ankle or something like that.
But Will Grimes, when Will Grimes got out of that pile, he took a hit by a Blue Jay, and that pushed him backwards. So I was surprised. Surprised a little bit that there wasn't a flag for unnecessary roughness, because there was nothing about it that.
While we have a second, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on Chesty Lions football.
1320 KLWN Lawrence and FM 1017 K269 GP Lawrence. Depend on it.
So after the timeout, it's 2nd down and 11. Gomez is still in the game, although he is kind of testing out his ankles from this pistol formation. They still haven't put the ball in play yet. Now they do. From the pistol, man in motion, the H-back from left to right. And on play action, back to throw, and he'll throw. He's got a man downfield, and it is incomplete.
Broken up by Curry.
Almost intercepted by Curry. He actually was kind of playing center field and had a pretty good chance to come up with that pick. Autry was the intended receiver, and it was overthrown by Gomez, And Curry was over there and just playing center field and almost came down with it, but couldn't quite.
Yeah, and he was very upset that he didn't get a pass interference, but Curry was absolutely going for the ball. Now, he was he was very well covered. Had he caught that ball, that would have been an amazing catch.
Curry was just the free safety. The cornerback over there had pretty good coverage. On the third down play, they'll give it, and it is Woods, and he's got a big running room, and he's going to get a first down. Boy, huge hole going off right tackle for Aaron Woods, and he was able to move the sticks. That's a big play.
Yeah, I don't think the Lions were ready for that as he was just they handed him the ball, and he just powered through and able to get 10 yards, no problem.
We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. No more timeouts left for the Blue Jays as they will work quickly and roll into the right side. Is Gomez. He'll throw on the far side, incomplete. He was looking for Autry and threw it out of bounds. It'll stop the clock, though, with 7 seconds left to go. Really, at this point, I don't know that they can do much other than a Hail Mary type situation.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what kind of kicker they have. If in other words, with 7 seconds, you could maybe try a 10 or 15 yard out and then try a field goal, but it would be like a 50-yarder, even if they did that. So we'll see what happens. Anything coming up at halftime?
I have reached out to a couple, folks, and not been successful at this point.
Well, we'll see if we can get you the band.
But I've got David right next to me.
All righty. So Woods on the carry. He was able to get a first down. Now, they'll stop the clock with 0.4 seconds left, but I don't think they can even snap this before we're going to go to halftime. So they'll put the ball down.
Yep. No, they are going to try.
Yeah, no, but they don't have time. It snapped, but not until after the half had already expired. So they're going to go to the locker rooms all knotted up at 7. It's what a difference between last week and this week in terms of activity. But when all is said and done, we end up not solving anything after a full first half of play. Each team gets a touchdown. And 7-7 our score as we go to halftime. It's 7-7 from here at Lawrence High. The Chesty Lions taking on the Blue Jays from Junction City. Halftime show coming up after this on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
At Lawrence's Prairie Moon Waldorf School, discover the true value of education. Our unique approach nurtures the head, heart, and hands, fostering creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. By understanding the developmental phases of childhood, we offer a comprehensive curriculum that includes music, dance, theater, and more. These experiences help students develop intellectually, emotionally, and physically, preparing them to confidently pursue their paths. Enroll at the Prairie Moon Waldorf School in Lawrence and invest in a holistic education for your child's future.
Hey, this is Rick. Johnny's Tavern, Lawrence's original sports bar, is proud to support amateur athletics. The culture, sportsmanship, teamwork, leadership, commitment, and life skills it helps develop are a big part of the benefits for all participants. Fans, players, referees, administrators all work together to accomplish goals. Johnny's is proud to be involved. If you're looking for another amateur sport, check out the Kansas University Rugby Club for a schedule.
30 years ago, I worked for my dad detailing Peterbilts. I'm Aaron Rao. That's where it all started. I learned about being honest and treating people right. These are the values we continue at Bobside Auto. After 25 years of matching people their next car or truck, I know the best business is built on trust. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Honda, new or trust certified car or service, at Bobside Auto, trust is our tradition. 2851 South Iowa or online at bobsitecdjr.com.
In the heart of Lawrence, Kansas, off 6th and Castle, there's a place that's more than just a wash and lube. It's where Don Greenfield, local business owner, proud father, and husband to a longtime teacher, has been serving our community since 2005. Westridge Auto Wash and Lube is a proud supporter of high school sports in Lawrence. Locally owned and operated by trained technicians. Fast, reliable, trusted. Because here, you're not just a customer, you're family. Visit Westridge Auto Wash and Lube right off 6th and Castle in Lawrence, where Lawrence comes to shine.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
D&D Tire, 10th in Vermont in downtown Lawrence. dndtires.net.
Brian Haney here with my good buddy Matt Llewellyn of the 23rd Street Brewery. KU football is back, and specifically back in Lawrence. That's got to be great for you, Matt.
It is so awesome, Brian. I'm so excited that they're back in Lawrence this year, and we've got all kinds of great things coming at the brewery. We've got brunch now, and we're going to open early for all the games, 9 o'clock every Saturday and Sunday. 23rd Street Brewery is open. We've got brunch, but then we've got our regular items too, so come join us at 23rd Street Brewery.
Always a fan favorite, the 23rd Street Brewery, Clinton Parkway and Cassold in Lawrence.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Welcome back out to Lawrence High School. Joel Becker, Matt Llewellyn. We are at halftime. 7-7 is our score. Chesty Lions and Junction City Bluejays. You got some halftime numbers for us, Matt?
Oh, one good 53-yard drive by the Lions, and that was really about all the offense they could muster. But really, it's been a defensive game, but we did have 45 yards gained by Taj Edwards, and then in that 53-yard drive, we had Ethan Curry got 21 yards in the air and 5 yards on the ground for the touchdown. But it's really just been the defense. Turner Julesgaard has showed up big. Of course, Josh Galbraith is always in the mix, and our line has been very, very solid.
So obviously, the team is hoping for some more offense in the second half. I would say that you got to be happy with the defense in terms of being able to step up their play, because as the game has gone on, the Blue Jays' ability to move the ball has been curtailed.
It has, and they certainly figured some things out. I think that they've really affected Gomez, because I just don't think he looks as sharp, or he just looked hurt, and he looked like he's been punished quite a bit so far in this game.
So when we get a chance here, once the band sets up, we'll take you out onto the field for the Lawrence High Marching Band. In the meantime, I did check in across town, and it is a 21-7 Manhattan lead at Free State. Not really surprising, but the Manhattan's defense apparently is a little stronger than Gardner Edgerton's, because the Trailblazers had a really hard time stopping anything, and apparently they haven't. They're at halftime there.
In the first game in –
we're going to head down to the field, or did you have
sure.
something you wanted
to say?
Well,
I just say the first game in high school athletics is just hard, because they don't know a lot about either team, and they're still getting some opening game jitters out, and that could have been aided Free State. We'll see what happens this week. We'll keep an eye across town.
All righty, here's your Lawrence High Marching Band.
marching Lions.
Wonder if they have more to do. Do you know? Do we know? Maybe we don't know. Looks like they've got another song to go. So why not?
Yeah, and here in a second we're going to get all of the Little Lion cheerleaders out there.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, they're coming in from the left side. I don't think you can see it. Let's see if I can. Apparently they've got Footloose.
Led by
there they are.
Junior Wed and Brooke Santee from Top Tumble helped out a lot to get this going here. Thank you, Junior Wed, our junior in charge of our spirit squad, and just helps out so much that the whole Wed family gets into Lawrence High School, and you just gotta love it.
Alrighty, so we're gonna keep it down on the field for you. The Lawrence High Marching Band, and did you say there was a name they have for this group of cheerleaders?
Well, the Little Lions.
Little Lions?
Yeah.
Okay. Why not?
Junior Wed called them little people.
I don't think that's the right term.
Well, I mean, you look at these girls, and it's clear.
They are little.
I mean, you've got kindergartners out there. There are some very, very young ladies out there, and it looks like there's some junior high, up to junior high, and possibly high school kids out there, all in the white shirts. But
so for those of you that are watching the web stream and not listening on KLWN, then you're getting to see it as well. They are excited, aren't they?
They are. And a great crowd tonight, by the way. Our entire side of the stadium is really all, I can't see the corners, but really it looks like it's 100% full. And then the Junction City side is they've got a pretty good crowd over there too, which I think a lot of those people are Lawrence folks.
Alrighty, back down to the band. Cheerleaders and the Lawrence High Marching Band. We are at halftime here from Lawrence High School. We're going to take a break and bring you more of our halftime show when we come back. 7-all is our score. Haven't solved anything so far. Second half coming up in just a little bit right here on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Hey, this is Rick. Johnny's Tavern, Lawrence's original sports bar, is proud to support amateur athletics. The culture, sportsmanship, teamwork, leadership, commitment, and life skills it helps develop are a big part of the benefits for all participants. Fans, players, referees, administrators all work together to accomplish goals. Johnny's is proud to be involved. If you're looking for another amateur sport, check out the Kansas University Rugby Club for a schedule.
At Lawrence's Prairie Moon Waldorf School, discover the true value of education. Our unique approach nurtures the head, heart, and hands, fostering creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. By understanding the developmental phases of childhood, we offer a comprehensive curriculum that includes music, dance, theater, and more. These experiences help students develop intellectually, emotionally, and physically, preparing them to confidently pursue their paths. Enroll at the Prairie Moon Waldorf School in Lawrence and invest in a holistic education for your child's future.
As a high school athlete, I suffered injuries that I was told would make it impossible to continue to play. My dad took me to see a chiropractor, and the pain went, the injury healed, and I was back on the field. I'm Dr. Scott Risley, and that experience changed my life. My passion is to help others. That's what we do at Risley Chiropractic, providing the highest quality, compassionate, and gentle chiropractic care. Feel better, play better, live better. Risley Chiropractic, 785-856-6030.
Friday nights in Lawrence mean one thing, game time. And when it comes to keeping your ride game day ready, there's only one name you trust, Westridge Auto Wash and Lube, right off of 6th and Castle. Locally owned by Don Greenfield, a proud supporter of high school sports in Lawrence since 2005. Fast, reliable, trained technicians, and a heart that beats for this town. Don's wife teaches in the district. His kids graduated here. This isn't just a business, it's community. So before you hit the road to cheer on your home team, swing by Westridge Auto Wash and Lube, where Lawrence rolls clean and proud.
Crown Toyota. See what sets us apart from the rest. Built for all-day play. 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Rates as low as 1.99 APR for up to 72 months. Does not include $4.99 admin fee. On approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/2/25. Experience the Crown difference. Miles Stairs Crown Automotive. 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas. Supporting Lawrence Athletics.
30 years ago, I worked for my dad detailing Peterbilts. I'm Aaron Rao. That's where it all started. I learned about being honest and treating people right. These are the values we continue at Bobside Auto. After 25 years of matching people their next car or truck, I know the best business is built on trust. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Honda, new or trust-certified car or service, at Bobside Auto, trust is our tradition. 2851 South Iowa or online at bobsitecdjr.com.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Welcome back out to Lawrence High School. Joel Becker and Matt Llewellyn. It is the Chesty Lions taking on the Bluejays from Junction City. At halftime, it's 7-all our score between these two teams. So this is the part, Matt, where I say, what do you think Coach is telling the kids at halftime? This normally the first thing I would say is, what are your impressions of the first half? And you then get to say, I'm sorry, Joel, I don't do impressions. But I didn't let you do that joke. So
thank you. I'm glad you didn't, because I wouldn't have gotten it anyway. I'm too slow. I'm too slow. I tell you, I think you can't be too disappointed in what's going on, but the offense have got to get a lot more sharp. Our passes have got to get more crisp and clean, and our receivers have got to catch the ball. And that's just, we definitely had at least one non-first down because of a drop and a potential touchdown that didn't quite happen. Well, it didn't happen because just a tad bit overthrown. But I mean, that was on a deep route, 40-plus yarder to Jackson Becker. But anyway, this has got to get more sharp. And Taj Edwards is doing a great job. If we focus on staying on the ground, I think probably what had happened is we maybe got a little predictable there at the end with Taj because he had so much success. But we'll see what happens. So maybe we can disguise it a little bit better and get Taj some open lanes and really get him out in the open, because if he does, he's going. And possibly then try to get Jackson Becker, maybe target Jackson quite a little bit more, because we know he can do a lot of damage too.
Well, they've taken a couple of shots downfield, but haven't really had a whole lot of success. Do you think I was going to say a couple things. First of all, I could be wrong, but I will bet you that the series that we saw with Joey Dooley in it was a planned thing from the very beginning.
100%.
Yeah, that they knew that was the series he was going to come in. But, he did a good job, and I wouldn't mind seeing him again in the second half just as a change of pace, if nothing else. He acquitted himself relatively well. I mean, it was still, running plays and so on and so forth. But just it's not that Colin Curry isn't playing well. It's just, as something to give the Blue Jays something else to think about. And also, for that matter, the Lions' opponents from now till the rest of the season, something for them to have to think about or also potentially have to play for. And so,
No, I'm with you 100%. I think a little Joey Dooley thrown in there would be a good thing.
The Blue Jays are going to get the ball first. Because I think I said it backwards the first time around. I assume they won the toss, the Blue Jays, and deferred. Right. And so the Chesty Lions had gotten the ball to start off the game. Obviously, it's the defense for the Lions has improved over the course. Obviously both teams are going to make halftime adjustments. We'll see what they come out as, but it's a big series. Obviously, in a tie game, if you can pin them back and get them to kick the way that the Blue Jays were able to do to the Lions to start off the game, then that would put you in a position where you might be able to, get something done offensively in the third quarter and maybe put some pressure on the Blue Jays.
Yeah, and you will see, I think, continue to put pressure on Gomez. Keep that up. Keep him questioning what's going on, because I felt like maybe he got a little anxious there after taking a bunch of hits throughout the first half. Tough kid, but he got a little anxious. So I think if you keep up that pressure, that might mess with his head a little bit.
So I don't know if this will have anything to do with anything, but it is a short week for the Chesty Lions. We play on Thursday over at Seaback against Olathe Northwest next week. So I don't know if that's going to go into anything as far as strategy is concerned.
I would say 100% nothing.
Yeah,
for this game tonight.
Krieger's kick is going to come down at the 1 yard line and taken right up the middle of the field.
Oh!
And a big hit on Autry right as he got to the 21 yard line. But
yeah, when anyone stops that cold and that quick, that was a hit that he'll be feeling for a little bit. So that was on that stop was Will Grimes and Joseph Lucas.
21-yard return. And the Blue Jays will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 22, and we will see Conrad Gomez and company. We saw a pretty good tandem between Aaron Woods and Totive in the first half. We'll see what happens here as they've got one wide out on either side. Now they send their tight ends across to the left. Pistol formation, Woods in the backfield, back behind.
Safety blitz.
And the give from Gomez is to Woods, comes right up the middle, and he'll get a couple of yards up to the 25.
And Jules Guard and Galbraith in on that stop.
So it'll be 2nd down and long. Second about 7.
We're trying to injure number 80. Injure number 80.
And Turner is he's playing a kind of a position where he's just keeping an eye on everything and making sure that nothing gets past that line of scrimmage.
On the 2nd down play, the give again, and in the backfield, big penetration that time by the Chesty Lions front four. It was
Ethan Curry in on that. Grimes, let's see here. Alex Bart in on that stop. There were just a bunch of them. They were through that line and made that stop for a big loss.
Lance Norris on the
end
around.
I say a big loss, but
it's about 4 yards.
Yeah.
But it sets up a 3rd down and 11. They got trips on the right side this time for the Blue Jays. One man on the left. So Tive in the backfield, shotgun formation. Gomez, he gets a rush. He throws it on the near side into double coverage, and going up to make the catch is Beckman. First time he was targeted, tall receiver, and he was just able to leap over everybody, make that catch, and come down with it for a first down.
Yeah, Grimes and Julesgaard are not the tallest guys, and so going up against those two, which he was able to bring it down, but good coverage by the guys, but just not quite tall enough.
Brady Beckman's listed at 6'7" and 205 pounds, and he looked all of that on that catch. And it was a good throw by Conrad Gomez. He threw it into double coverage, but he put it in a position where his receiver could get it. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 33. Again, shotgun formation. The give to Woods on the delay, trying to go off left tackle, hit and taken down as he gets across the line of scrimmage up to the 35. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Blue Jays. Opening drive here in the second half, 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, and 7-7 our score.
Bart was through there on that line and able to make first contact and then brought down by Devin Foster.
I got to wonder if it wasn't that Beckman who made that touchdown catch either. We had come up with Tyson, but as tall as he is, who knows. Here's a throw, again going toward Beckman on the far side, but way overthrown. There is definitely a big height discrepancy between, between the cover man and the receiver over there. 3rd down and 8. Clock stopped with 9:17 left to go, third quarter.
Yeah, Grimes listed at 5'10", Julesgaard 5'10", and Lucas 5'9". So so you're talking about 10 inches difference between him and Lucas.
So 3rd and long here. They go with a bunch formation, trips on the right side, one man on the left, man in motion. And it's Gomez rolling to his right side. He's got time. Now he'll pull it down, and he was caught in the backfield.
Devin Foster.
By Foster coming up. And it is going to be a 4th down. It was a pickup of a yard, so it doesn't go down as a sack. But he was way short of the first down, 4th down, and about 7.
Yeah, but crucial stop there. And he thought he had something on just coming over here to the near side, and then double back, and there was Devin Foster to meet him. And that was a very impressive stop there by Devin.
Yeah, it came off his block. That was a really good job doing that. Tim standing back at his own 24 for the punt on 4th and 7. Gets the snap. He will step into it. And it's going to be Becker taking it at his own 23. Makes one man miss. There is a flag down as he was able to get about 10 yards on the return, but I believe this one's coming back.
My shirt. I didn't see anything that it was blatant.
Like an illegal block or a hold.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem like they had an opportunity to, because Becker just, when he caught that ball, he immediately went through 4 Blue Jays.
I think it was away from the play, but I do believe it's going to be a hold, an illegal block on the Lions, and so they're going to have, unfortunately, poor field position.
Terrible.
It'll take him back to inside his own 20 to about the 14, it looks like, where they're going to put the ball down. And so that's the first time we will see, I assume it's going to be Colton Curry and company, and he does come out to quarterback from his own 14-yard line. So they did come up with a stop, but the Blue Jays went in the field position game, at least to start off with here in the second half. 7-7 our score. Edwards in the pistol. And Curry, confusion. He's going to pull it down, breaks a tackle, and he gets hit and knocked out of bounds.
Oh, then and there was a flag, and then he got popped again after the play was 100% dead. So let's see here what sort this out.
It was Timms, the guy who made the tackle. I mean, it was a little bit of a push after the play. That, like you said, there was always already a flag down. Let's see what the call is. They are calling, I think it's illegal contact was what that call was. He didn't have the personal foul call, but
it's a 10-yarder anyway.
Yeah.
And where they called it from, it definitely. Oh my! I mean.
Yeah, I think it's a 15-yard penalty.
It was.
Goes all the way up to the 32-yard line. So, boy, that really offsets the original penalty on the punt and gives the Chesty Lions some pretty good field position on their own 32, at least comparatively to the 14. And it will be 1st and 10 from there. Colton Curry from the pistol gives it to Edwards, trying to go up the middle. He was hit at the line, goes forward to about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd down, and they only give him 2, so 2nd down and 8 from the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and he just didn't have the room there.
Got what he
Edwards.
could.
Yep.
So
but now the Lions are definitely out of the hole up to the 30, almost 35-yard line.
Yeah, they're at the 34, 2nd down and 8. They go into that modified pistol with one back to the right and one behind Curry. It is Taj Edwards getting the call, and again hit right as he got to the line. No gain on the play.
No gain and no hole whatsoever. I mean, that was just running into a wall of Blue Jays.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8. Edwards will come out. Curry comes in. It would presumably be a throwing down here, but we'll see what they do on 3rd down. Clock is running with 6:48 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-7 our score. Lions and Blue Jays from Junction City. Curry to the left of Colton Curry, Ethan Curry, who rolls to the right side. Does Colton throw in near side? He's got Ethan Curry. He's going to be short of a 1st down.
But it should be pretty close.
Maybe by a yard. They could be in 4-down territory. Ball on the 41-yard line. They need the 42. Seems like they're going to keep the offense on the field. It's a tough one because you can play the field position game, or you can try and keep the drive going.
And Taj back out there.
So they are keeping the offense on the field here. Colton Curry from the shotgun has Edwards to his right, maybe a step behind him. On 4th down and 1, they snap it. They give it to Curry. He's hitting the backfield. He's not going to get it, not even close. He lost a yard or 2. And this is the danger. The Blue Jays are going to take over on downs on the Lions' 39-yard line. So you lose the field position game here. And now you're going to be calling on your defense to step up and stop this Blue Jay offense with good field position.
Yep, and absolutely need the defense now to step up, as they did have done pretty good job so far this game.
Well, you know, the time that the Lions were able to get a good drive going was in a similar situation when they got good field position after a punt. We'll see what the Blue Jays can do here. Gomez from the pistol. And on the delayed give to Woods, trying to go off left tackle. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 35, down in near the 30, trying to push the pile forward. Forward progress gets stopped at about the 31. It'll be a good pickup on 1st down of about 7-8 yards. It'll be a 2nd and a long 2 or a short 3. Clock running with 5:23 left to go in this 3rd quarter. On the quick snap again, they give it to Woods, trying to get around left tackle. He does, gets the 1st down. He was popped out of bounds as he got inside the 30 to about the 26. It'll be good for a 1st down, 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. And the Lions now probably need to keep them from getting any more 1st downs, or they're in danger of losing the tie game and giving up a lead again.
5 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter.
So it will set up a 1st and 10 from the Lion 26. And now we get whistles. I believe the Lions went offsides again. 2nd time this game that somebody went across the line. And you really don't want to give up free 5 yards like that if you're the Lions defense. Didn't see who it was. But in high school, all you got to do is go across the line. There's no, jumping back or anything like that. So 1st and 5. Again, pistol formation, and it is going to be the right side this time on
nice
the give
penetration.
On the give to Norris. As you said, coming in and making the stop.
Galbraith.
So that will set up a second down. It was a gain of 3, second
no,
down. And
no,
seven.
That was
or
a loss. Loss of 2.
Yeah, because it was 1st and 5.
Yes.
So it brings them back to the 23-yard line.
But great penetration there by Galbraith through the line and able to stop him for that 2-yard loss.
So Norris still back in the running back position. This time moves to the right of Gomez, and they'll give him a delay trying to go left side. He was hit in the backfield, pulled down, and no gain on the play, 3rd down and 8.
And Galbraith is fired up. I never saw him get real fired up last year or even the year before that, but man, he just looks like he's a fired up senior tonight. Getting himself involved in every play. And while he might not have been credited with the tackle on that, but he was certainly in on that play.
So 3rd down and long. From a jumbo formation, they toss it near side to Autry. He makes the catch, but a good job by the pursuit. And once again, it's
Curry was.
It was Webb that time that came up and made the hit. Thought it was Galbraith, but it is 9 instead of 8. And so Adric Webb comes up and stops him. It'll set up a 4th down, probably 4-down territory here, as it would be a 42-yard field goal from here, maybe 41. And I don't think they're going to try it. They need to get to the 16-yard line. The ball's on the 23. So let's call it 4th and 7. Again, it's still Norris in the backfield, back to throw. Gomez throwing over the middle, and it is incomplete. Not sure whether he was trying for Beckman or for the tight end Martin. They were both in the general vicinity, kind of split the difference and threw it in between them.
Yeah, he was, but good pressure there by the Lions, and Drennan Shorter able to get through that line, the sophomore, get through that line and put some intimidation on Gomez.
So both teams turn it over on downs on their first possession of the second half. Lions take over from their own 23.
Now the field possession has definitely shifted in favor of the Blue Jays. If the Lions have got to get something going here on this series.
Still Colton Curry in at quarterback. Pistol formation, Edwards behind him. And it'll be a give to Edwards, trying left side. He's got a bit of a hole, is able to push forward after initial contact. Gets across the 30 to about the 31. It'll be a pickup of 8. And 2nd down and short, 2nd and 2 for the Lions from their own 31.
But nice pickup there by Edwards. Getting back in that positive groove as he is been held to just 46 yards so far tonight.
Again from the pistol. They'll give it to Edwards on 2nd and short. Doesn't get much. In fact, couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Knocked down to the 30-yard line. Loss of 1. And it'll set up a 3rd down and 3 from there. Edwards comes out. Curry comes in. Ethan Curry. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 3 for the Lions. They've got single wideouts on either side, modified pistol, and it's a give to Curry.
Oh, boy.
Hit hard in the backfield, could not get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
it was Boganowski who came up with the pop there.
It really took almost a shot to the helmet. At least it appeared to the helmet from up here. And that's bringing up 4th down, so the Lions get nothing there. Well, pick up 8 quick ones by Taj, but then lose.
Yeah, they lost a yard and then lost 2 more.
Right.
On the 2nd and 3rd down plays, and we've got an injured player for the Blue Jays on the far side. I think it's going to end up being Tyson. And, yep, it is. Jamarcus Tyson is limping to the sideline. Can't quite make it. And so the Lions will probably come out and punt here with 1:05 left to go in the third quarter of play. Try and see if they can't send the Blue Jays back a ways, as Krieger has been a busy guy this game, both punting and kicking. Standing back at his own 16, gets the snap, steps into it. It's a spiral kick, and it is going to bounce short, and this time take a Blue Jay bounce. And Lions will stop it, but at their own 41-yard line. Not much there. Boy, that after some 50-yard nets, that one was going to net only maybe, 12, 13 yards?
Yeah, and you can't tell if the wind is any factor at all, but that was absolutely not the kind of punt that they've been used to.
Yeah, not much. I mean, when you look at flags, they're really not flying very much. So after the turnover on downs, the Blue Jays end up getting the ball back in Lion territory. There's less than a minute left to go in the third quarter. We'll see what happens here. Gomez back out from the pistol. He'll give it to Woods. Oh, he was able to sidestep one guy and get positive yards. Not a whole lot, maybe to the 40-yard line, maybe 39. But it was a pretty good penetration in the backfield. I believe that was Ethan Curry who got back there. Able to get positive yards to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Could be the last play of the third quarter. Wide out to the right side. H-back as well. And it'll be a give. And this time, once again, Woods up the middle. Able to get to near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll set up a 3rd down, 3rd and relatively short. They do give him inside the 35. He needs to get to the 32. And we'll find out what happens in the fourth quarter when we come back. No scoring in the third. 12 minutes left to go. Or maybe more, you never know. It is a tie game, 7-7 our score. Fourth quarter coming up on the other side right here on Chesty Lion Football on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
As a high school athlete, I suffered injuries that I was told would make it impossible to continue to play. My dad took me to see a chiropractor, and the pain went, the injury healed, and I was back on the field. I'm Dr. Scott Risley, and that experience changed my life. My passion is to help others. That's what we do at Risley Chiropractic, providing the highest quality, compassionate, and gentle chiropractic care. Feel better, play better, live better. Risley Chiropractic, 785-856-6030.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Welcome back out to Lawrence High School. Joel Becker and Matt Llewellyn, and expert analysis from former coach Clint Bowen.
Yeah, Clint had sent me some great notes. LHS can run the ball when the numbers are even in the box. When Junction City adds guys, they have to see it and hit Becker. So great little analysis there by Clint Bowen watching the game in Tulsa.
And it is a give up the middle on 3rd down and short.
And I say Tulsa, but they probably live in I don't even know where Clint. I mean, he's a coach at Oklahoma at Okie State, but I don't know if they're in Stillwater. I assume they are, but.
So Woods gets enough for the 1st down, 1st and 10 from the 31. For this Blue Jay team from the pistol, it is again a delayed give to Woods, trying to go off right tackle this time inside the 30 down to about the 27. It'll be a pickup of 5, 2nd down and 5 from there.
Yeah, a weird kind of handoff. It didn't even look like he was trying to fake a throw. It seemed like he gave it a little
almost a
jerk
Statue
up
of
in the
Liberty
air.
look.
Yeah, exactly. It was just
it.
a weird thing, and then ended up quickly handing it off and able to get the 5 yards.
Let's make it 2nd and 6, so give him 4 on that play. And another delayed give going off right tackle.
Wow.
A good step up that time for the Chesty Lions, but still positive yards for Aaron Woods, maybe a yard. Down to about the 26. It'll be another 3rd down, though, this time 3rd and 5, as they need to get to the 21. Ball on the 26.
But absolutely a physical game, and a lot of hitting, and
Probably 4-down territory
Mason
here, too.
McClure on that, as well as Alex Bart.
So 3rd down and 5, but they probably have two downs to get these 5 yards. Just underway 4th quarter, 7-7 our score. Pistol formation, and again they give to Woods, and he's going to get the right side. He'll be close to a 1st down. The coaching staff, I think, wanted a hold there, but didn't get one.
And Galbraith able to close that gap really, really quick. Just flew in there to save that 1st down.
It will be 4th down, but 4th and only about a yard. Ball's to the 22, they need the 21. Just underway 4th quarter.
Right, and this is huge right here.
Knotted up at 7. We'll see how much they commit to it. Under center, Curry's going to keep it, and, well.
No, they pushed him back. They're going to call it short.
I don't think he got it. Again, it's a 4th down play, so they have to mark him to the line. We're waiting for the spot. We're waiting for it official. The Lions say it's a 4th down, but I think they're going to do a measurement here. Eyeballing it, it looks like he's short.
And the Junction City coach thought they were short also. When he went up there real quick and looked at where the marker was and looked at where the ball was, and he immediately signaled to his line, bring in the defense. But they are, I believe, going to measure.
So they're going to bring the sticks out. So the chains come out. Like I said, it looks short to me, and yeah, it is. It's short by a good 2 feet. So 1st down Lions, another turnover or downs. Yeah, it's interesting. We've had 3 possessions, 1 by the Lions and 2 by the Bluejays, and every one of them has ended on a turnover on downs here in the 2nd half.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough. So clock showing 10-11 left to go in regulation time. Now, the Blue Jays have had the better of the field position, but neither team have been able to get any scoring. Just curious trying to keep
10-11 left to go in this football game, in theory.
Yeah, well, like I said, you never really know. Trying to keep an eye on what's going on around town, too, or across town, I should say, in the Freestone Manhattan game. On the 1st down play, it's play action, rolling to the right side, throwing near side. It is caught.
Wow.
And a good catch and hit almost immediately. Boy.
Yeah, that was Luke Kress.
Okay, Kress,
so
yes, correct.
Luke really showed some toughness there because he was able to get the ball coming out to the near side, and then he immediately took a shot to the head and to the body. He was just
pickup of 7.
Pancake, but yeah, 7-yard pickup there by Luke Kress.
Curry in the backfield in the pistol formation behind Colton Curry, I guess I should be more specific. Ethan, and he gets the handoff, and he's going to get a 1st down, spins off a tackle and more across the 40, up near the 44. This one may come back. Boy, I tell you what, the center, Hudson Myers, is pleading his case with the official, but I don't think he's going to win. This one's going to come back.
And that's unfortunate because that was, we'll definitely watch that one there on replay. But to see if we can see the infraction, I certainly didn't from this angle, but I wasn't looking for it.
So holding the call against the Lions, it's going to take them back from a 2nd and short to a 2nd and more than 10. The ball's going to be put down on the 19-yard line. They need the 32.
Oh, and I thought that would have been a 1st down. I thought that was
the original play would have been.
Yeah.
But after the holding call, it's going to be 2nd and long, 2nd and about, 14 or so. And once again, it's a give, but this time they sniff it out pretty quickly on the give to Ethan Curry. And, boy, big difference between the original 2nd down play and that one. It's going to be 3rd and a ton.
It looks like, do you think they almost called the same play?
It looked like it, but very different results. Curry will stay in the game, but he'll move out to be a wide receiver. Edwards now in the backfield. 3rd down and long for the Chesty Lions. Ball's on their own 19. Or actually, we'll call it the 18. And back to throw is Curry, getting a rush. He steps up. He was hit, but he's able to get away with it. But now he's hit, and he throws at the last second. That could be grounding. We'll see. That was definitely a forward pass. They took a while to blow it dead. The question is, are they going to throw a flag?
Well, Taj Edwards was in the vicinity, so hopefully they...
Yeah. They do throw the flag.
My. So that will be a very, very costly penalty.
Well, I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference between that and had he been sacked anyway. It'll be the loss of downs, and they will do half the distance to the goal line. So it's going to bring the ball back to the 2-yard line. It'll be 4th down in a punting situation, and presumably Krieger's going to have to punt out of the back of his own end zone here with the ball on the 2.
So loss of 20 yards on that play, almost 20.
Yeah. I understand him, Colton, trying to get rid of the ball, but he needed to do that earlier than he did. So out of his own end zone, Krieger with a kick. It's going to be a short kick.
And great bounce.
Yep, an enormous bounce. And now it's fielded by Autry at about his own 35-yard line, coming up the left side. And now he'll try and reverse field, and he was hit and tackled. Coming back the other way, once again, Galbraith coming over to knock it down.
That was some kind of chase down by
61-yard kick. 61, I think.
Well, they were on the...
Now the officials, though, there is a flag. The flag is not where the kick was. So this may be like during the kick type penalty. Let's see what the call is. This may go back even further.
Yeah, so we'll say...
It's going to be an illegal block against the Blue Jays, so that's going to take them back even further. Boy, talking about changing the
field position.
Yeah. It's going to take them back to their own 29-yard line. 8:05 left to go regulation time. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 29. Let's see if they've got an update down across.
So great punt, great stop by Galbraith.
28-7 in the 3rd.
And then extra aid for the officials.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays from their own 29. They come out in a pistol formation with Woods in the backfield. And on play action, they'll throw and down the seam, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted, but then also almost caught. It was intended for the tight end on the play, which, and that was Jackson Hawley. He almost got it, but it was also almost intercepted. They tried to jump the route. Didn't come up with it, but then also the tight end didn't come up with it, so it ends up as just a long incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the 29. Trips on the left side. Gomez looking to the sideline for the play. He's going to direct traffic and send Woods to his right. He'll roll to his left, looking, throwing, and it is caught. And it's going to be Beckman on the catch. Good enough for a 1st down. Once again, using his height and his body size to keep Drulsgaard off of him. And makes the catch for a 1st down up at the 42-yard line. Last week against Campus, this Blue Jay team threw a lot more than they're trying to today. But like I said, very different kind of defense they're playing against. Pistol formation, trips on the right. Back to throw, rolling to the right side, and Gomez throwing far side, and it is too high, incomplete. Trying for Beckman again. They apparently think they found something here with that mismatch with Beckman over there.
Well, but, there's no question about that.
But he's tall, but he's not that tall. The throw was just a little too over his head. 7:48 left to go regulation time. 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line of the Blue Jays. Tie game, 7-all.
2nd and 10.
We got a bunch formation on the left side. Now a man in motion, and it is a give, and it's Norris trying to get around on the jet sweep. He does, breaks the tackle inside the 50, hit and knocked out of bounds around the 41-yard line. And Lance Norris once again on that jet sweep.
There sure did appear to be a holding in the backfield of the Blue Jays, but there was no flag on that play. But a Lion was tackled, but no flag on that play, so bringing up 1st and 10 into Lion territory.
1st and 10 from the Lion 42 for Junction City. They got trips on the left side. Pistol formation. Woods behind and slightly to the left of Gomez. Takes a step in, gets the handoff, trying to go up the middle. He breaks the tackle. He's going to get inside the 35, breaks another tackle, and goes across the 30 to about the 28.
Like a ping pong ball in there.
And there is a Lion who is injured away from the play. Boy, Gomez went over there to try and give him some sort of attention before allowing the coaching staff to come over.
And there's a Blue Jay down on the field as well.
Yeah, I believe that might be the running back, Woods. Not sure which Lion it is. Boy, both of them really tough. While we have a minute, we're coming up on the 9 o'clock hour. We'll go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification as we try and identify who the players are who are hurt. But this is Lions football, 7-7 our score here on KLWN.
1320 KLWN Lawrence and FM 1017 K269 GP Lawrence. Depend on it.
Yeah, it is Woods who is the injured player for the Blue Jays. I still haven't identified who the Lion player is that has not been able to get up since that happened. Woods is going to walk off under his own power lid to take his helmet off. And now finally getting up, looks like 28. Harrell is the injured Lion player who was also walking off under his own power. Not sure what his injury is. Either one of them, for that matter. 7.5 minutes left to go regulation, 7:31. It's going to be a 1st and 10 play for the Blue Jays from the Lion 28. Potentially in a position to put some points on the board. It is a 7-7 game. So Woods, who was the ball carrier on the last play, will obviously come out on the injury. And looks like it's going to be Norris coming in. Also Tative, who is to the right of Gomez on the 1st down play, rolling. And it's a toss on the option and a nice play. Norris got the play, and now there's a late flag.
Yeah, and Turner Julesgaard was the Lion who stopped him, and there must have been something happen over there on. There definitely was, because there was
a late hit, perhaps.
A late hit, and I sure didn't see Julesgaard do anything that looked illegal.
I think he's going to get the call, though. Whether he did anything or not, I don't know. But they're definitely walking it off against the Chesty Lions.
Wow.
So it is the personal foul against the Lions. I can't say for a fact that it's Julesgaard who got called, but you would assume so. I think what happened was he basically, kind of whipped him around and ended up throwing him out of bounds, and maybe he was already out of bounds when he did that. So that was the call, presumably a late hit. 1st and 10 from the 16. Now it's a give, and I believe that's going to be Tative, and no, that in fact was Norris again on the carry.
Well, Will Grimes and Julesgaard in on that stop.
Only about 4 yards on the play, maybe 3. 2nd down and 7, though the ball in the red zone inside the 15. It's marked down at the 12. 2nd down, like I said, about 7. And there's whistles. I believe this one was a false start. They're going to stop it before it ever gets going. So that's going to take a second down and 7 to a second and 12, which may help out at least for the Lions defense. Again, trying to keep them off the scoreboard here. They had an opportunity to kick a field goal earlier and didn't try, so that makes me wonder whether or not they have a whole lot of confidence in their kicker.
Well, at this point, it hadn't shown that much. I mean, their first kickoff was very, very short.
Yeah.
Or both of their kickoffs have been short.
The ball is at the 16-yard line. So it'd be about a 33, 34-yard kick if it were from here. Woods on the give on right tackle. He's got some running room, and he'll get inside the 15 down near the 10. Maybe the 11-yard line is where they're going to mark it off. It'll be a third down, third and about 6. They need the 15. I'm sorry, they need the 5.
Alex Bart on that stop.
So it'll be third down, and again, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they've got 2 downs to get these 6 yards. Clock is running, 5:35 left to go, regulation time. 2 tight ends to the right side as well as a couple of receivers. They're going to give it to Norris, trying to get around that right side. Good pursuit by the Lions defense, and they force him out of bounds. They mark him down, keep the clock running. There's a loss of a couple yards back to the 13, and it's fourth down from there, but I don't see any indication that the field goal unit's coming in. Well, now they do. It will be apparently a field goal attempt, try and get the lead here. With 5 minutes and counting left to go, it's going to be a 30-yard field goal. So Ethan Butler is their kicker. There's always the possibility of a fake. You never know. The backup quarterback, Nabis, is the holder. Let's see what happens here. And it's a snap. Back ball down. Kick up high. And it is
no good.
He missed it. I'm not sure if he just missed it wide or if it never really quite got there. I couldn't tell.
No, it was wide, I believe, but it looked good. I mean, I couldn't quite tell which uprights it was.
It's hard to tell because it's so dark here that you know it's. They need more lights in this field.
It certainly wouldn't hurt. Maybe they could get some of KU's old ones.
There you go. So the Lions will take over from their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. There's 4:34 left to go regulation time.
And we know it is proven that Krieger can hit a long field goal, and so we will see what happens. They do not need to get the entire length of the field to score.
So we'll see what they do. Looks like it's Edwards in the backfield, man in motion. It is a toss sweep and not much. Pretty good hit on the line there. I believe that was Boganowski who gave the hit. Ethan Curry on the run on the end around. And are we going to get an injury timeout? There's a player with his helmet off. That's Tyson again, Jamarcus Tyson, who's been hurt a couple of times in this game.
You know, and each team still has 3 timeouts. They have not indicated whether or not this was a called timeout.
I think it's an injury timeout. It may even be a Lion player who's slow in getting up now on the near side. Or perhaps I don't know, it could be a Blue Jay. It looks like Blue Jays coaches are over there. So, yeah, it's a Blue Jay player who's down. It's an injury timeout.
Okay, now
I believe it's Agon, one of the defensive linemen who is slow in getting up. I could be wrong. So we'll wait and see. But I believe it is Agon, number 27 on their team, who is one of their defensive ends. It's hard to tell because there are a lot of players in front, you know, or people, I guess I should say. Some players, some coaches, some trainers. And no, it's actually Boganowski who had made the original hit. So Boganowski is up and walking off under his own power, and he was the injured player, linebacker for the Blue Jays. So it'll be second down, about 7. Clock was stopped with 4:19 left to go, although it'll get moving once they put the ball in play. So we'll see. Colton Curry from the shotgun, Edwards to his left. He's back to throw. Throws on the far side, incomplete. He was, I think, hit as he threw it. He was
he was.
He was looking for Ethan Curry, but the ball never got anywhere near him.
A lot of pressure. They came after him big and bringing up 3rd and long, 3rd and 8.
Stops the clock with 4:12 left to go. You got to think about the possibility of overtime and, or whatever. With the ball this close to their own end zone, obviously if they don't make it, they're kicking it. But, again, field position makes a difference. Twins on the left, one man on the right. On 3rd down and long, they come after, and Colton Curry, he's hit in the backfield, throws. This time, I do not believe they're going to throw a flag, as he was trying to go on the far side, but
just a lot of pressure, and he just was not able to get away from it.
That'll bring out the punting team. So Autry will stand back. He's standing about his own 45.
This drive is up to Krieger, but not in the way that I had envisioned or had hoped.
Krieger is standing at his own 10-yard line. Of course, you need a good snap and hopefully a good punt. Let's see what's happened. So it is a good snap. It is a high punt, and it is a short punt, but it does take a Lions bounce. It's fielded by Autry, breaks a tackle, goes up the far sideline, gets across midfield. Boy, I tell you what, if they could have gotten that tackle, it would have been good, a good job in flipping the field position. But as it turns out, Autry, a good return, gets into Chesty Lion territory with only 3:53 left to go. Ball is going to be all the way to about the 42-yard line of the Lions. It looks like they're going to put it down at the 45. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Junction City at the Lawrence 45-yard line. So now, obviously, the Chesty Lion defense has to come up big. They don't have to stop them here or anything like that. But they can't let them get more than 1 or 2 first downs, or at least there'll be the possibility of another field goal attempt. Gomez gives it, and Woods breaks one tackle, and he runs into a wall and gets knocked down as really stepping off on the play. It looked like KJ Turner, am I right?
Yeah. On the stop, yes, It was KJ Turner.
Yeah, who came up and really gave him a pop. Stopped him in his tracks, no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Clock is running with 3:25 and now counting in regulation time. They send trips out to the left side. Beckman, who's been the favorite target, is that direction. They throw it his direction, and he makes the catch and goes out of bounds. It's going to be close, and good enough for a first down inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays.
And he definitely had nobody around him, so that was an easy toss and easy pickup for the Blue Jays.
That does stop the clock with 3:08 left to go. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Lions 34. This time Beckwith is by himself on the near side, and they got Twins on the right. And it's a toss. And with some running room.
That's going to be a flag. That's coming back.
This one's coming back, and still on his feet is Norris. It's too bad for him.
And
a late flag. This one may end up being offsetting, as it turns out. So a good run by Norris. He's not going to get credit for it, but the run is going to potentially set up a situation that instead of a big loss for the Blue Jays, it may be offsetting penalties, and we may just end up with basically a wash. Waiting for the indication from the official. Clock is stopped with just under 3 minutes left to go, 2:59. So it's going to be an offsetting situation, it appears to be. Although in high school, sometimes what they do is actually mark off both penalties. So the original call was an illegal block in the back and then a face mask. They offset and they will replay the down. Well, that's actually too bad, because if they were to actually enforce both penalties, it would be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul and a 5-yard face mask.
Yeah, which would be then.
So it would have been good for the Lions.
Yeah, it would have been 1st and 20.
Right.
Because that the spot of the foul was probably 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So instead, it's just an offset, and it's first down and 10 again from the 34-yard line. Clock showing 2:49. And it is going to be a give. Norris trying to go up the middle, breaks one tackle, and then he's hit and taken down about the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5. Second down and 5 from there. Clock running with 2:33 and counting in regulation time. Ball's right in the middle of the field. If the earlier field goal attempt was from the right hash mark, I don't know if that made any difference. If it comes down to that. Second down and 5. Single outs on either side. Again, a give up to Norris, and he is hit in the backfield. Tackled for a loss. Again for the Chesty Lions. Good penetration that time, as I think Harrell came up, who was hurt earlier, but is back in the game and was able to blow that play up in the backfield.
Yeah, Jaden Harrell really making an impact on defense tonight, so it's good to see him involved this year now. A little controversial last year, but has really made an impact this year so far for the Lions.
So third down and let's say 6. They need the 25. Back to throw, and Gomez throwing near side, and it was caught, but did he stay in bounds? Yes, they say he did. He did catch it in bounds up near the 20-yard line. That's going to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays from the Lion 20-yard line. So from right here, it's about a 37-yard field goal. Clock is stopped with 91 seconds left to go. I do believe that they only have one. Well, they've got 3 timeouts on either side. Tatuve is back in the game. Rolling right side, throwing over the middle. It is caught and touchdown. Touchdown for the Blue Jays, right over the middle and practically untouched.
Untouched, unguarded, and not
into the end zone.
No problem at all getting that touchdown.
So they definitely did not have that schemed very well, did the Lions defense.
And if you're wondering, Beckman just a junior. 6'7". Wonder how he is in basketball.
So, extra point Butler. Make it a 7-point lead. The kick is up, and it is good. So 1:25 left to go regulation time. Suddenly the Lions trailing by 7, 14-7 our score, but they are going to get the ball and have the opportunity to march down the field and see if they can't tie it up. We'll find out if they do when we come back here on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Hey, this is Rick. Johnny's Tavern, Lawrence's original sports bar, is proud to support amateur athletics. The culture, sportsmanship, teamwork, leadership, commitment, and life skills it helps develop are a big part of the benefits for all participants. Fans, players, referees, administrators all work together to accomplish goals. Johnny's is proud to be involved. If you're looking for another amateur sport, check out the Kansas University Rugby Club for a schedule.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Welcome back out to Lawrence High School. Joel Becker, Matt Llewellyn. Chesty Lions trailing the Blue Jays from Junction City 14-7 with 85 seconds left to go in regulation time. They're going to get an opportunity to get the ball back on this kickoff, which is being teed up by Ethan Butler about halfway between the center and left hash marks. A good run back would be nice.
Curry and Galbraith deep for the Lions.
The first couple of kicks haven't come anywhere near them.
No.
It's gone to an up back. And
Curry's got it.
It will be Curry running on the near side. He gets across the 35 hit and gets up to maybe the 34.
And good blocks by Galbraith, leading him down the field.
So minute 17 now left to go, and boy, this Lions offense, who have not been able to do a whole lot. It's amazing to think that this game last year, produced 130 points between the two teams, more or less.
Right.
And this one has got a total of 21.
And I think, I believe, 4 first downs by the Lions.
So back to throw is Curry. And he'll pull it down, now roll to the left side. He's able to break one tackle and then throws, and it's picked off, intercepted. Coming down the far sideline and into the end zone, a pick six, a big mistake by Colton Curry. He threw it right to Jackson Holly, who makes the interception and takes it into the end zone.
And then a completely unnecessary penalty on Junction City there at the end. Just totally just manhandling Colton Curry. And we'll see here what the call is, but I mean, it's absolutely on.
Presumably it will be enforced on the kickoff or maybe even on the extra point. I don't know.
But at this point, it doesn't even really matter. And Coach Ely is very fired up on the sideline there for the Lions.
So this apparently it will potentially negate the touchdown. The thing about that is it actually may actually be worse for the Lions, because on the hold is what they're calling. The interception does count. The Blue Jays will get the ball on offense, although you do take the points off the scoreboard, and it's only 14-7, but there's only a minute and 4 left, and now, although the Lions do have timeouts left, they're going to have to burn all of them, presumably, in this play. They're putting the ball down at the 24-yard line. And if they cannot stop the Blue Jays here, I mean, assuming they're going to, run the ball 3 times here, if they can stop them on all 3, and it will be a give, and it's going to be Tetive, and he is going to get a first down inside the 15 down to about the 10-yard line, and that pretty much actually almost ends it right there.
Well, and deflating there for the defense. It really.
Well, I mean, they'll call the timeout here, but the thing is that only leaves them 2, so now they've got a fresh set of downs if they can, even if they can stop them on the first 2.
Well, the clock is running.
Oh, they didn't call timeout then. Yeah, they just didn't bother to call the timeout. So, pistol formation. They'll take the snap and they'll hand it off up the middle. And it goes down to about the 5-yard line. They'll stop the clock here with 25 seconds left to go, 24.3. As the Lions will call their first timeout. But at this point, it's pretty much academic. 24.3 seconds left to go. The Blue Jays won't be able to just kneel it out. They'll have to run the plays. But with 24.3 seconds, even if the Lions can manage to come up with a couple of stops here, doesn't seem like there's a likelihood that they can stop them and still get the ball back and get a touchdown that they would need.
Yeah, and pretty disheartening. It's the same thing that happened last week.
Well, the decision, of course, by Colton Curry to try and, he was trying to get rid of the football. Obviously, he was trying to avoid the sack. But now that's happened a couple of times in this game where he's trying. One time it was an intentional grounding. Now you throw an interception. Obviously,
the time before was worked, and then he's thinking on this one it's going to work again, but it did not work, obviously, because it went right.
Well, like I said, at least if nothing else, it becomes a teachable moment. So after the timeout, they give it again, and the tackle is made. So Lawrence High will call another timeout. It takes the clock down to 20 seconds left to go. It'll set up a third down. It's technically third and goal. And again, if they can stop them here on third down and stop the clock, there'll be something like 15 seconds left to go. I don't know if they'll try and kick it at that point or if they'll, go for it on fourth down. But it would require a pretty major miracle to manage. I mean, again, on fourth down, if they can stop them, that would, they'd get the ball on downs and the clock would stop. But I don't know if again, assuming they can stop them here, whether they will try and kick it or they'll try and run it in the end zone, I don't know. Actually, on third down.
Across town, Free State was getting.
They were losing 28-7 the last time I saw.
34-7 was last time, late in the third quarter.
So third down, high snap, but it is given, and again, a good tackle, but inside the 5. Lawrence High will call timeout with 16.1 seconds left to go. So I'm curious, what would you do here if you're the Blue Jays? Would you kick this field goal?
100%.
And
I mean, it's basically just a little bit more than a extra point. They can make their extra points. They've missed a field goal, but
yeah, it would be coming from the right hash mark instead of.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little surprised that they didn't try and run it up the other side. They go left side so that they'd be toward the middle of the field. So that if they have to kick it or whatever.
Because once you kick the field goal, then the game is absolutely over.
Yeah. On the other hand, if you try and run it, the ball's on the
you could try to run it and run out. I mean, in theory, you could run out.
Well, you'd have to one of two things happens. Either you score the touchdown, or the Lions would get the football. But they'd get the football with about
less than 10 seconds.
So they are keeping the offense out and not trying the field goal. And they will give it to Tuve.
And they stop him.
Well.
Or at least in theory they did.
Yep. And they did stop him, apparently. They never did indicate a touchdown, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, they stopped him on like the
about the 1 yard line.
Yeah. So good job by the Lions defense stopping that. I mean,
9.4 seconds left to go. They technically can throw a 99-yard pass and tie this game up.
And the coaches are fired up.
Glad
great job, guys.
Yeah,
you didn't
catch
catch
them. They didn't give up any more points. So now they'll have the opportunity.
Just like I said, less than 10 seconds, 9.4 seconds left to go.
If you've got a trick play in your arsenal that is designed to
get
99-yard either pass or run, this would be the time to call it.
I mean, how about
the fumble Ruski?
I would say
where you put the ball down and let the center run it 99 yards. What do you think?
No.
No.
I'd say a quick out route to Jackson Becker and let him do his stuff, and see if we can't get some blockers downfield. But and then maybe they're playing the prevent defense.
Jackson is out on the near side.
I'd get it to Becker. I'd get it in Becker's hands.
They'll throw it over the middle, and I think that might have been tipped.
It had to be, yeah. But either way, that's incomplete.
There's still 4.4 seconds, so they can run another play here. This goes down as an incomplete pass.
And you know what? The thing about it, I'm excited about the sidelines for the Lions because they're all in this. They're all in this, and they're all fired up, and they want so badly to make a good play.
Hook and lateral, maybe?
Get it to Becker.
Back to throw, steps up. He will throw near side. It is caught.
Becker,
and he gained about 7 yards, and that will be the end of the game. Well, it was worth a try. They came up 93 yards short, and they lose this game to the Junction City Bluejays 14-7. Boy, what a difference between 1 year and the next.
As far as score goes, yes.
69-56 to 14-7.
Yep.
So, well, it's unfortunately 0-2 for the Lions on this young season. I said before I thought they were going to have their hands full with this Blue Jays team, and they never really felt like they got on track offensively. Their defense, I thought, did step up and play a lot better after the first couple of series, but it did end up coming up short. 14-7 the final score. We're going to take a break and then come back with the post-game show right after this. 14-7 the final. Lions lose it to Junction City here on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
As a high school athlete, I suffered injuries that I was told would make it impossible to continue to play. My dad took me to see a chiropractor, and the pain went, the injury healed, and I was back on the field. I'm Dr. Scott Risley, and that experience changed my life. My passion is to help others. That's what we do at Risley Chiropractic, providing the highest quality, compassionate, and gentle chiropractic care. Feel better, play better, live better. Risley Chiropractic, 785-856-6030.
It's sweltering in here. I wish I could fix the AC without dealing with those big companies.
I hear you, but what about Cloud Heating and Air Conditioning? They're local and trusted.
That's right. They handle everything from AC tune-ups to furnace repairs. Plus, they have trusted brands like Mitsubishi and Trane.
Keep your cool with Cloud Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and trusted, they're your go-to for all HVAC needs. Visit cloudhvac.com today. Cloud Heating and Air Conditioning. When you need us, we're there.
At Lawrence's Prairie Moon Waldorf School, discover the true value of education. Our unique approach nurtures the head, heart, and hands, fostering creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. By understanding the developmental phases of childhood, we offer a comprehensive curriculum that includes music, dance, theater, and more. These experiences help students develop intellectually, emotionally, and physically, preparing them to confidently pursue their paths. Enroll at the Prairie Moon Waldorf School in Lawrence and invest in a holistic education for your child's future.
30 years ago, I worked for my dad detailing Peterbilts. I'm Aaron Rao. That's where it all started. I learned about being honest and treating people right. These are the values we continue at Bobside Auto. After 25 years of matching people their next car or truck, I know the best business is built on trust. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Honda, new or trust-certified car or service, at Bobside Auto, trust is our tradition. 2851 South Iowa or online at bobsitecdjr.com.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Welcome back out to Lawrence High School. Joel Becker and Matt Llewellyn. The Chesty Lions lose to Junction City in Game 2 of this 2025 Class 6A football campaign. 14-7 the final. Across town. Last I saw over at Free State, Manhattan was winning 40-7. So they, I don't know if that's the actual score or if that was at the beginning of the fourth quarter. But I tell you what, it looks like Manhattan's for real this year. They certainly they're taking a Free State team that beat Gardner Edgerton and teaching them a lesson. So over there, in case you were wondering, that's what's going on here. The Chesty Lions never really could get things going offensively. They had one good drive that was a relatively short field, and that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't sharp. It wasn't crisp. It was just. It was unfortunate, because the guys played with a lot of heart. There were a lot of really, really good things about this game. The defense absolutely played a wonderful game. I mean, I felt like the defense really did a good job in all aspects. They were tough. They were hitting hard. I mean, there were some massively hard hits. Much different than last week. I didn't see the hard hits like I did this week. I think the defense really came to play tonight. I was very proud of them.
Defensively, certainly they looked again. The first series or two, they struggled a little bit, but they made adjustments and played well throughout the game. Obviously, it was not good. The last touchdown that they were able to score in the fourth quarter. Granted, they were losing the field position battle in that second half, and eventually it cost them in terms of giving up the touchdown. But I tell you what, I was not disappointed with the defense throughout the day. Offensively, though, obviously they could have done a lot better, and they have some stuff to work on. Some.
The timing looks off. It just does. It doesn't look like they're. They're not crisp. Yeah. And if
you got some numbers for us, by the way.
I mean, the numbers really haven't changed. Taj Edwards ended up with 54 yards, and Colton Curry, Ethan Curry had the 21 yards. I mean, they're really not much to talk about as far as.
So overall, did we get 100 yards in offense in this game?
I think probably just barely would be my guess, because Curry had 26, and then Bart had a couple, and Ethan Curry actually had maybe 30 yards receiving. Anyway, so I would say that we just barely got 100 yards, and it didn't look crisp. I mean, again, drop passes, the routes, not targeting Becker enough. I swear, I know that Becker is their number one receiver. Coach has not told me that, but there's just no question. I mean, he is their most talented wide receiver, and that is what he does. And I just think that he could, if he was in this offense and more of a focal point. And I know you can't have one wide receiver be the entire focal point, but that's why they have the other guys doing a lot of other things. And they've got Curry catching the ball. They're targeting Adric Webb. They're targeting Price. They're targeting Luke Kress. Luke Kress had a nice game tonight. But it's got to be why there aren't more targets to Becker, I just don't know. And it could be that everybody's keying on him. I haven't watched him in a route. I wasn't able to do that tonight. I think next week, tap me on my shoulder and make sure that I really kind of pay attention to him and what he's doing more. And just look and see where he's at. But at this point, he doesn't have that many yards on the season, so I cannot believe that the scouting report is going to be keep an eye on Jackson Becker.
So speaking of next week, like I said, it's a short week. We're Thursday, the 18th, we're back to Seaback playing Olathe Northwest.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
Sign me up right now. Let's go. Can we play it tomorrow morning?
No.
Okay.
We play it on Thursday.
Okay,
at
great.
7 o'clock. I have no idea whether or not they're going to let us take our video crew down there. I will have to check on that, but if we can, we will. If we can't, we'll just be on right here on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. So, all right. So obviously, we're hoping for more. Would you like to see more Joey Dooley? Now, or do you think they just need to keep things the way they are
Joey's a sophomore, and I think that Joey's time is going to come, and I think Joey's, no matter what's going to happen, and Colton's a junior, so they're both underclass. I mean, neither one of them are seniors, so neither one of them are going to be, is a coach going to get the nod. You saw with the captains tonight, the captains were 4 new seniors. So obviously Coach Thorne is really going to focus on the seniors. He wants to take care of those guys. But I don't, it's got to be what Joey does in practice before I think that Coach would put him out there in a game, in a more of a permanent game type situation. He gave him his series. I don't think on his series he gained a first down, but then that was nothing new because I think they got 4 first downs the entire night. So,
Well, he handed the ball up a couple times. He got a chance to try and throw the ball. a couple of times. But at any rate, so next week turns out to be a pretty big game, I think, for the Chesty Lions, because they're playing on the road at Olathe Northwest, but then after that they take on Mill Valley. And so if you don't want to be an 0-4 team, you really got to show something next week against Olathe Northwest.
And there's no reason why we can't. I'd love to see what Northwest does tonight, see where they're at, but there's no reason why we can't come up and win that game. Northwest has had good teams and average teams, and I mean, they are an Olathe school, and all of the Olathe schools are always formidable. But we'll just have to kind of see where it goes. But there's no reason why we can't come up and win that game. There's no question. Well, and I know that Jason Thorne is probably going to spend about 40 hours just working on tape, not to mention himself. So
it's a short week. Olathe Northwest beat Garden City. I think that was yesterday. Actually, it was 34-7. The final score in that one over Garden City. I don't know how much that shows. I don't know much about Garden City, whether they're a formidable.
I mean, sometimes Garden City can be really good, and sometimes Garden City can be bad.
So we'll see. But at any rate, I'd like to thank Andrew Stussy, the former Lawrence High Chesty Lion himself, for
love having a Chesty on the broadcast, man.
For pushing the buttons and producing our video broadcast out here tonight. Also, thanks going out to David Ward and also Brady the intern back at the station, pushing the buttons and helping us get ourselves on the air tonight as well. For Matt Llewell and Joel Becker, the final once again tonight, it was the Bluejays from Junction City, 14-7 winners over your Lawrence High Chesty Lions. Saying good night here from Lawrence High School on FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
D&D Tire, 10th in Vermont in downtown Lawrence. dndtires.net.
In the heart of Lawrence, Kansas, off 6th and Castle, there's a place that's more than just a wash and lube. It's where Don Greenfield, local business owner, proud father, and husband to a longtime teacher, has been serving our community since 2005. Westridge Auto Wash and Lube is a proud supporter of high school sports in Lawrence, locally owned and operated by trained technicians. Fast, reliable, trusted. Because here, you're not just a customer, you're family. Visit Westridge Auto Wash and Lube right off 6th and Castle in Lawrence, where Lawrence comes to shine.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 101.7 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.